Live.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we are back with another episode of Survivors of Tarnstead. We're going to start in our usual manner of introduction. First up, we have Blackheart as.
Carrick Marsk.
We have Kronos as.
RG Alira.
We've had Den as.
Tilde.
With Marcus as.
Corvus Adalas.
With Sammy as.
Gift and Graysteel?
With Tobias as.
SVP is still shot.
And you have me, Yuli, as your friendly DM. Who'd like to give us the recap? No takers.
I did last week.
Flipping through my book.
You did not last week's. I did last week's.
No, I did last week's. It was your birthday week. Remember? I got the common and I got the XP thing.
I thought you got the XP from the heroic from it.
No, I got it
Gifton
from
did
the
it.
I did the recap.
You may have done it the week before that, though.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did definitely do it the week before.
Yeah.
I get it.
I can
will
do it
attempt.
again.
No, I can do it. I think my notes are readable enough. I need a.
If they're not
Believe in
readable, you need to start writing your notes better.
I will accept that critique very well.
If your notes are not readable, you're not noting. You're doodling.
No, I just write really badly is the problem.
No, if it becomes illegible, I don't consider that writing anymore. I consider it flowing lines coming out of your pen. It is not actually words.
It's mostly legible. It's just whether it makes sense.
It's just you made pictures that you believed were words.
I wish I could.
I know we met a Sphinx named Tammy.
So we were continuing through the Sphinx's tunnels and finding more signs of battle till we find a wooden door. Gifton knocks and calls and doesn't get an answer. And we open the door to find a Sphinx's statue in the middle of a large room with a balcony that doesn't seem to have anything to go up to it, and east and west side doors. We end up, Corvus flies up there and finds a door up on the balcony, tries to shove it open, and it stops. RG runs up the wall because amazing monk ability, and uses her echo to try to teleport into the open door, and Corvus watches her freeze, kind of translucently with holes through her because her echo is the only thing we can see at that point. We go through the bottom door and find a way up to what is causing this. A angel and a Sphinx temple guard that appeared to be frozen in place. Turns out a device that the guard had trying to save himself from being murdered by a very angry angel. We do a couple attempts at different things and finally figure out, hey, if you stop time, you can enter the time stop. And Raziel, being the amazing mage she is able to cast time stop.
Only mage that we have that can cast 9th level spells.
Oh, okay. I was just saying, hey,
I didn't say the only mage we have. Just said the only mage we have that can cast 9th level spells.
He was able to undo it, and we did some prep to try to protect the guard from being impaled by the angel. End up saving both of them, although the angel is rather disgruntled. We let them out of, I forgot to say it, bubbled them with the Wall of Force, and able to destroy them. Unfortunately, the guard was not as lucky and was a skeleton inside of his suit because time stop wasn't perfect. Cariel, am I saying that name right for the angel?
Yep.
Cariel, yes.
Cariel. Did not quite believe everything we were saying about being friends. Pardon can keep getting in the way, and left us believing they could get their own way out. And the soldier is Marin or Morin. That
Morin.
one I
Morin.
can't actually make it.
Morin.
More.
Guided us, found out who we were, knew who we were, and guided us with the last bit of energy he had, with a little help from our spells, deeper into the tunnels to the Holy One. Turns out to be a small sphinx, which Corvus did say was named Temi. A lot different than the sphinxes we had previously run into. A little young-looking sphinx, and also really hard at keeping track of what time and where it is, what timeline we're in current. And
You
saying-
still aren't dealing with a very linear timeline. It's
Yeah.
having a hard time adjusting to its life as a proper sphinx and having to be all over the places all the time.
and also almost giving away more than she should, and then catching herself. But she did show us her collections of stasis trow that she had.
She's saving people.
Yep, she's saving them for the right time. And she got us to go through to pretty close from what we eventually find later in it to where we were looking for to find Talal. Talal. Wow, I'm having problem with names today. We kind of go to different ways. Couple go to try to find Zara,
Mhm.
the turtle, the tortle that was touched part dreamer, and found out that she had left the area. Denorn has been Denorning his way through the town because he is just happy to be there. And we eventually all met up to head to Talal's and made quite a scene when, priestess, Sphinx guard, slowly walking up to one of the places of higher learning, and it suddenly dawns on us, we don't need to be there. He's not there. We figured out and started to head out towards Talal's. And we found out we can get into the food room. It's just not quite what it is because we decided to go and get the youth water from the river. But being a different time, it's not quite what we expected when we tried to use it. So we have to find a different way to the Fae.
Mhm.
I believe that's where we ended up.
Nope.
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 We're about to be eaten by
By Archie's
elves.
extended ancestors.
Remember I tree traveled us?
Oh, that's right. That's the part.
To the
that, yeah.
place of
Yes, we
the
were actually
trees.
inside.
And we're in an elf village, aren't we?
We're inside of a hole in Yggdrasil that is
I didn't
has.
think
No,
it was a
no,
hole.
you
No,
are
it
on
was
a
a
branch.
This
You
is
are-
on a branch.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, we have wood elves.
All
Cannibals,
around.
possibly.
Okay. All right. Blackie, go ahead and take yourself a standard inspiration. And then everybody can have a heroic inspiration in celebration of Sammy's birthday gone by.
Sammy birthday!
And Sammy,
Yay!
you get a +5 to use in this session.
So good.
Well-
Could have played it. You said one heroic. For
Everybody gets heroic, yes.
You got the treatment I got last week. I got a card I've never seen before. Amazing.
Nobody get any play immediates?
I don't have a play immediate, but I have one of those discard a card and be able to draw 2 more. So
Okay.
I'll be right
I'm
back.
getting
Roll
them down to-
20 is breaking hard for me. But I'll restart.
Okay.
there I've dealt with my crap.
Okay.
Yeah, the 2 cards are also way more useful. Awesome. Increase the speed, increase the range.
So, yes, you have come through the tree portal only to find yourselves in what appears to be a very primitive village, surrounded by a lot of what you would judge as wood elves, sharp-pointed, clad in very basic animal hides and leathers, carrying what seems to be an assortment of wooden weapons, sharpened spears, even appears to be a couple of bows in there. And you have caught their attention quite severely.
And RG just poofed, right? Because I think that was the last thing
Back
happened.
into a wood elf, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I did
Hard to tell if this is better or worse.
Yeah, I mean, they're
I'll-
literally cannibals.
RG turns into a wood elf, and that seems to cause an even more of a degree of alarm, as instead of just staring, you hear shouts in a language none of you speak.
RG would.
No.
Oh, even RG's monk thing doesn't work.
Oh, yes, the monk thing. You know, next game. Yeah, I'm going to be deleting monk as a class next campaign. I'm pretty sure.
High level characters suck.
I offered to let you have it. I'd have to spend key to activate it, and you said no.
No. Yeah. So, RG, the yelling that you're hearing is coming through to you as witchcraft intruders and all manner of ill things. You've been cast as what you think is that term doesn't quite translate, but kind of spiritual nature demon, essentially. And immediately there is a whack of a spear impacting the wood behind you, and you can see lots of weapons being ready to be thrown. Wood elves rushing towards you. What would you like to do?
Do we have everybody back now? I know there's a lot of.
I thought Corvus was just disconnecting from Roll20.
Yeah, I thought. I don't know if he was he rebooting his computer or if he just fixed your Roll20.
Oh, he seems to be back in here. I was hearing
Yeah, he
disconnected
did drop
internet
out.
and voice
Yeah.
call, so I was reminded we
Okay.
were all here before we started making decisions.
Okay. I am going to say, okay, we're going to switch travel right back out right now. Very quickly, or can I teleport?
We say we're going after this out of character because
Where else do we want to go?
had we discussed it beforehand?
We had not discovered,
Okay.
and I had originally said that I was going to take us into the Fae, but this looks bad. So I am in full on abort tone is what I'm giving you.
Raziel is going to cast a wall of force in front of everybody. And that does absorb the impact of some spears and arrows that would be coming your way. Through the tree or off the tree?
I think off the tree, where we want to be, right?
Wherever we want to be, it's not here.
We want to be in the Fae, I thought, but I can't teleport us there.
Okay, alright, so people are talking and not doing. So what's going to happen next is
I'm going to go jump off the side of the tree. However, it is off the branch.
Okay.
Yep. I'm just going to do the same thing, just backstep.
But again, as people were talking and not doing, I would like some dexterity saving throws from everybody.
Okay.
That does not
probably
help,
within
cursor.
Sam range. Most of us probably.
Yes, you can have the Sammy bonus.
So 12 above whatever you rolled, so that's 24 for me, luckily.
Dex save?
Yep,
Yes.
save.
Jesus H. Christ, Hilda.
Character sheet
Hi.
load.
Yeah, I accidentally closed my sheet when I went to click the button.
That's what I just did. So yeah, all right. Dexterity saving throw and go, and no advantage. Okay,
One for Dingle as well.
Yeah, opening up that character sheet. right, dex saving throw. He gets my bonus as well. So yeah.
And finally, we're going to roll the
And also
Raziel.
24.
Good.
To Nora.
No, it's not,
Nora's not
not
with
with
us.
you.
Him
Okay.
and Echo stayed.
Right,
no,
yeah.
Echo though.
Yeah.
Echo didn't say.
Echo, yes.
Echo didn't say she wanted to go with Corvus.
Wow.
Remember?
Okay,
She's
so,
fine.
um,
Yeah.
Carrick, do you have anything that triggers on a failed save? Basically, you have failed to save by 1.
Oh, I will let you. I have legendary saves, so
Legendary save it then.
Yeah, I'm good.
As long as you don't roll a 1 again, you're fine.
Well, legendary's auto pass. So.
Oh, auto pass. Okay, right.
Yeah, I have literally
so,
legendary saves.
Before you really try to move, as you spend a bit of time behind this waterfall discussing what you're doing, there is a sudden eruption of find from behind you from the tree itself. If anybody wants to make a perception check, you can probably figure out the source. But
Oh, was it magic?
yes.
Oh, actually, hold on. I'm not burning that then, because I get advantage on magic saves. So let me roll again. Just as a precaution.
As long as you don't roll in that one again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Okay. Everybody that's rolled can see that there is some shamanic druid, whatever you want to call it. Looks like a village elder of some sort. They're wearing a sort of elaborate leather cowling around their shoulders. There's sort of feathers hanging off of it, and they are clearly doing some incantation, which is causing the tree to attack you with vines from within. But you...
I still have speaks with plants going from earlier.
Okay.
Because I had to talk to the bush, and I'm just gonna be like, "What the hell, tree?"
Oh no. Okay. Gifton.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna roll. Yes.
Yep.
Well, Gifton, as you're running,
Yeah.
a voice responds to you,
Mhm.
and it is like listening to a giant talk to you while you're held up to its mouth in a cup.
Oh god! Ow! Ow! My ears covering my ears. Ow! Loud!
It's actually hard to make out what it is communicating to you, simply because it is large. It's
too loud,
big.
Too loud. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gift is just shaking. Is just not happy.
But
Not too often communicating with things has worked out badly for us lately.
yeah, I mean, you guys are dealing with big entities these days.
Yep.
As she steps over, Archie's just gonna yell back.
Well, I was just bringing it up because I literally had just cast speaks with plants before we went because I had talked to the plants.
Yep.
So I was like, I should bring it up.
Okay.
Corvus will activate the ski boot since he was wearing it already, and we'll say, "Echo, you want to take a ride?"
Echo's already running and jumping off the tree.
Oh,
Those who
fuck.
Echo's on the list of Featherfall targets.
Raziel is
Because-
also casting Featherfall.
Okay, that'll cover all of us.
We get
yes.
everybody.
Yeah. And basically, you all start your descent off of Yggdrasil, which makes you realize just how far up you are. You have essentially just jumped off of the top of the Empire State Building, and you are on a low branch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you start drifting. And are you trying to angle yourselves away from the tree towards the base of the tree? Where would you like to go?
Definitely not onto another branch.
I don't think we really have much choice other than down because you don't really get.
Can I? Because since I'm with the ski, can I?
Yeah, you
like,
can
nudge
drive.
people around as
Yeah, you
they
can
fall.
drive.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
No, you're not.
In which case, with Fly is able to guide people. Again, where would you like to go?
I guess base of actually does. Can we do a perception check and
Yes.
see what looks like a better place to land?
Sure.
All right.
I see nothing but tree.
Yeah, you see nothing but open air. Actually, that's the real problem. Because 60 feet in all directions is ground, not tree.
120.
Whatever, it's still not ground.
I guess I'm distracted by how rude RG's ancient relatives are.
This is quite a distance you're trying to look, but most of you get this. Gifton, RG, and Carrick. You will see that the base of the tree, amongst its massive, gigantic roots, might not be the best bet because there are little signs of habitation down there. Not exactly big villages, but you can, spot the occasional huts. You can even see some wandering hunters. It looks like down there.
This is like a hive city.
It does
Archie's
look.
as they're going to be pointing to like Garrick and I'm going, there's shit down there, and Garrick and Corvus just be going like, there's shit that way.
And but
There's a branch nearby that doesn't have anything.
you do see
Highly
a
unlikely.
small clearing around what looks like to be a running stream, a little off away from the roots.
I'm gonna flare my wings out and start helping push people that way. Corvus, this way! Corvus, this way!
Okay, don't say it twice. I'm right here.
Also, Big Tree, you're very loud!
Oh, it's still talking.
I don't know what to say.
It's like a syllable every 10 seconds.
It's not even particularly slow, it's just booming, and it's trying to communicate a whole wealth of ideas, because you ask it what it's doing.
Ah, yeah. What the hell are you doing? Yeah.
And it will communicate all of the things it's doing to you at once. Gifton?
I didn't say what the hell is it doing, did I?
You
Yes,
said,
you
what the
did.
hell, tree? And it's
I said, what
it's
the hell, Tree?
yeah.
Oh, shit, that's why you yelled that. I was like, you are so loud. It hurts.
Okay. But after a little, good 40 seconds of downwards, you actually have a legitimate concern that Featherfall might stop before you hit the ground.
Fine, I suggest it.
But
We're going to hit the ground one way or the other.
But you soon find yourself sitting down near this little running stream. Immediate surroundings doesn't appear to be any hostile people or animal life that you can see.
Well, we certainly made our presence known in this far-flung time.
Yeah, it just means they're going to go a little bit crazier doing so. They're probably supposed to.
Oh, I just realized you can't understand me. Some of you can't understand me anyway because I'm stuck talking to old Zahan. So good luck with this. Oh, all right. How do we want to arrange this? Because we can decide to have me and Dingus teleport us right by the stream on the other side.
It might be best to drop the Sahara in disguises while we're here.
I think that is a good idea. I don't have. I would need a little bit of a break to swap disguises, though. I'm going to take off the brooch and be back to Brownie Gifton and go hop up on Dingus.
And Dingus bobs his head happily, flaps up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where are we exactly wanting to go?
Faye?
Yeah.
Let's just go to the Fae.
What we should.
We were just discussing of where, like, do we want to go around directly beside the river, or do we want to go? That's right. Oh yeah, you didn't understand what you were saying.
No, what? Yeah, so.
The joy of having language one. So I actually understand. I just can't.
Also, Cassie, I'm going to give you have Dingus swap over and land on Cassie. Cassie, you should swap over to using this the next time we are in Zaha. I'm going to give you my little amulet.
What'd she say?
You can understand her now.
Where
She's
is
Brownie.
She's Brownie,
I'm Brownie. I'm just having trouble losing the accent. My bad. You should use this the next time we're in Zaha. That would be safer.
Okay, what is this? Cass is going to put it on.
It's the brooch that Heya gave me. It gives me the Trixie illusion.
You'd have to attune to it. You'd have
No,
to attune to
you're
it.
not. You have to attune to it.
Oh, I can't attune to it.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
I'm
You'd have to
fully
drop
loaded.
it.
Yeah, I had to
you don't know
unattune
that.
something. Yeah, well, the thing is, I had to unattune something that was valuable to me to attune to it. So those are choices that get made. So
Yeah, choices that'll get me killed.
well,
But okay.
it is an offer of mine to let you have that because that way you can actually speak the language. Because running around as a priestess who can't speak the language will be a really bad tell.
Also, the fact that you are, I mean, yeah, it was a good disguise once, but
It was a good disguise when you had the protection of the goddess behind it. Choosing to take that disguise without the protection of the goddess is a death sentence. Anyway, everybody all peopled up?
I think
Are we all what we are?
No right
I
words.
think I should be fine in the drow
Ah,
form
good job.
for now. So
Like,
Medicom.
Okay.
I'm just keeping the drow form. God,
You don't know your poem.
no, I haven't. I have it written down.
I have it written down.
I have literally no reason to swap back. I mean, it's not like it's gonna
All right,
cause an issue
So,
there. So
I'll Fey travel us right next to the river, and just to be clear, because I would hate to waste this trip. There's no way, Corvus, that you still have like a vial of the water from there rolling around in your bags, because you grab a vial of every freaking thing that you come across, right? So this wouldn't be a wholly wasted trip that you had this the whole time, right?
I did not touch the vial or the water. No. Remember my extreme diversion of trying to take anything that was given to me in that place.
All right.
I took things under duress when a fungus was shoved to my face and a
Um,
person of
Marcus,
weird.
you did actually indeed take a foul of the river water. You were very much avoiding having stuff offered to you, but no one was offering up that river water, and you wanted a sample of it.
Yeah, I know.
All right. If that's
just
what
getting
you say,
indignant.
Corvus.
I do not have a sample of the water.
Okay. All right. Well, okay, everybody, let's join together really quick. Let's try to make this as quick as possible. I have a question. Who has things that we can give to a Fey Lord or Lady in exchange?
What kind of things?
I'm going.
You know.
If it comes to us having to treat the Fae at this time,
Archie's going to put down her bag, rummage around it, and pull out a barrel of fucking beer.
Might work. We'll see.
perhaps.
I will pull the hurdy-gurdy slightly out of my bag.
Believe it or not, the Fae that we know in the modern day are calmer than
Yeah.
they were.
That's terrifying.
So getting them drunk is probably. Well, I don't think they can get drunk, can they?
Well, if they want to, they can.
the lesser ones can. So
Most certainly.
just make
You
just
saying
more
I'm
that they
lesser?
need.
Is that what you're saying? 'Cause that's what I feel like.
No, I was talking about the same.
Well, like,
Of
I felt like
constitution,
I-
perhaps, little sister.
Yeah. Thank you. Wow. That made it all the better. Okay, so maybe we just try to grab some water and leave.
RG, yeah. Bottle for the water. You're the quickest among us.
Okay.
If Dinkus is not Lord of the Bridge at this time,
Me?
We're in the past, sweetie. You haven't been properly anointed. You are still the Lord of the Bridge of my heart.
does
Meep,
that
meep.
mean we may have to worry about someone defending their property?
Well,
That was the whole
here's the
idea of-
thing. They might actually find it really funny if anybody were to drink from the water because it's funny, right?
Yes, it wasn't exactly defended before. Well, it was,
No.
but it's
Someone
only on.
volunteering to do so, then.
I have a question to the GM.
Mhm.
Since the vial was handed over, and I have actually been used this on different things. Can I make a roll to see if that's enough to give Talal at least a decent amount of time with how strong?
Oh, what, the bottle that Archie's been given?
Yeah.
What kind of what
Just
size?
an alchemical bottle, like an acid flask.
I don't actually
flask.
know how we guess, because the only person you've seen drink it is your mom or your grandmom,
Grandmother.
and
Dragon.
yeah, you couldn't
And
really
she
see the
drank a
change.
barrel.
Yeah, it's
She drinks
I will say it's You'd need a little more info, I think.
I wasn't
'Cause-
sure if the three of us having de-aged with it also.
We de-aged in the water by standing in it for various amounts of time and stuff.
I
And
have more bottles if that is a concern.
I have bottles too.
I still
Why
have the
don't we-
penguins to draw things.
If you want to roll an Arcana for me, Blackheart, I will give you an answer. It's just not going to be a full it will be a guesstimation.
That's it. I have a plan. All right, everybody, empty your water canteens.
All right. I
Can't.
Tell Day that hurts me, but
Tell Day.
but everybody that has one, empty.
Let her open it up and just let it.
It's
The
alcohol.
geyser will keep it. No, she let it.
Same thing I do is the problem.
The entire time this is happening.
Raziel is going to be helpful, and he actually pulls out what looks like to be a sort of military issue, rounded off classic canteen, unscrews it, empties it
I
out.
do have a water skin. I was not joking about that. I keep that for other people.
The emergency water skin. That's how
Yes.
it's carried.
Makes sense.
I have the ability to cast a spell that destroys water. But if it's done to the physical body, it makes somebody very parched. If I make all of you very parched, and then we act like I'm teasing you to come drink the water, and then you fill up your canteens, it might be seen that I'm playing a cruel trick on you, and it might just they might just let it happen.
We're playing the ruse again, and you being a Fey mistress lady.
It works.
I mean, it worked even better this time because she really is now.
I'm not actually, but I'm still
You
faking.
may as well be.
Cassie may need to be particularly careful, however. I'm not sure she can afford many more years.
All right.
But-
So we played the ruse. We fill our canteens with the enchanted water. We humor the guardian of the river, and then we get out. Yes.
Well, it's just an idea. I
It's a
mean,
good idea.
it's only if we run into somebody.
Yeah, I was gonna say if there isn't one, then we don't need to worry about it.
And then basically,
But-
I could just pretend that I'm bringing you guys to water because you're out of water and you were lost in the Fae.
But to sell it, if there is someone watching from the shadows, which we know that many creatures are invisible in that place, it may be reason to do that spell immediately and have it be affecting us.
Well, I'm open to the idea of casting it. I don't like the idea of casting it on my friends, but we could. I'm just saying I could do that, or we could just pretend that I've made you. I spilled out all your water while you were sleeping, and now I've taken you someplace to refill. We could do that too. It doesn't have to be too overly complicated to sell it, probably.
Mm-hmm.
So we could avoid hurting you if that makes sense, because you will honestly have just a bunch of really bad Feywater. But this way we can also load up on as much Feywater as possible because they think you're going to drink it, and that will be delicious.
Do you want me to draw up a couple water skins?
Oh yeah, I also have that.
Who has a passive perception above 25?
Me.
Not me.
I have a 25.
I do.
I have a 23.
7.
37.
35.
You notice, despite them seeming to have some fake perception masking magic going on, a flight of Illan angels just passed overhead.
Oh wait,
Yes,
I can't see that.
They appear to be in a
Maybe to
search
hurry.
pattern.
We may want to
should
get
leave.
going.
We are
There's-
being scouted.
We should leave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
I think
okay.
we have our plan.
All right,
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
going
I'm
to.
letting go of the illusion.
Dingus, can you bring us right there?
Mimi?
Yes, you.
Quickly, Dingus.
Don't make the Great Lord have to rush.
Sorry.
Meep, 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 meep. Dingus cracks an eye open.
Is it not working?
It didn't
Meep,
work.
meep, meep. Dingus seems to be having to really focus, but there is a opening forming. It's not the usual, doorways he likes to summon or such. But one of the trees nearby does seem to split about, much like your tree travel does.
All right, through.
Going.
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 Okay.
Yep.
Everyone running through. Echo goes through.
Yep.
Ratio goes through. And Gifton and Dingus.
Mm.
Okay. You step into bright colours and a hazy air. You appear to be in the Feywild, just based on the sheer unnatural nature of the plants here. But there is a untamed vividness that, at least in many of the locations you visited, is a little unusual.
I never liked humidity.
It's not humid. The haze appears to be pollen
Oh.
and colour.
Mask.
Ah, yes, put on the mask after you're engulfed in the pollen.
Josh, let me have this.
You can hear the sound of running water nearby. However, there's no... If Dingus has tried to take you to the bridge location, this is certainly not it. Or it's different now.
Oh no, we've run into the time travel physical location problem.
It might even be the fact
And
that
the
we know
Fae probably
Fae
moves
stuff.
around.
Yeah, the
2% opium. I love it.
You guys are
2%?
starting to feel
Wow.
pretty decent.
I hate it.
Are you sure?
All right, we're gonna come with
To
me.
wit,
Come with me. I'll
Constitution
take you-
saving throws from everybody, please.
No, not the drugs.
This is
Not the
magic,
drugs.
Yes, it is magical in a sense.
Do I get
Yes,
magic
you do
resistance
get your magic resistance.
Okay.
Oh, I get magic
Twice.
resistance.
Okay, those that have magic
Do-
resistance will have their response.
Yeah.
Gifted. Roll that
Uh,
20.
Yeah.
Is
I'm
this
gonna
about
say-
putting me to sleep?
No,
or
it's not about putting-
poisoning
No.
or breathing.
I will say
Is this charm?
nobody gets. No, it's not charm. Nobody gets the gifting bonus for this.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I can't
Yeah.
protect anyone.
However,
Hope a 36 works.
Dingus is feeling a little good. It's probably.
oh yeah, please roll for Dingus.
I did. He rolled an 18.
Okay. Alright. Right. Without bonuses. Funnily enough, the only failures are Telday, who is not affected. And Dingus, who is just like sort of starting to happily beep.
Beep.
Alright, so far the rest of you are unaffected.
Follow me. We're gonna go get you water. You gotta have some fresh water. It's gonna be so good. And Gibson's gonna start singing a song about we're gonna find some water. We're gonna find some water. Happy, happy song.
My brain's putting this like a Disney.
I'm gonna replace the water you lost. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna replace the water you lost. It's gonna be okay.
Holding out water skin, kind of walking forward.
Why do you have it out? You could have just handed it off to Carrick to hold.
I mean, he,
No,
he looked
you're
like the
you're
person wearing a suit
guided.
of armor,
Yeah,
it's fine.
you're guiding us to water. So I'm looking
Okay.
like a person who needs to go get water.
You guys have to push through brush. You have to push low hanging branches aside. It's essentially lots of crowded trees and strange plants growing amidst them. Gifton, I assume that you're sort of leading the way.
Yep, I'm riding on Dingus. He's leading the way.
Alright, Gifton,
I know where I want to go.
if you would, I know where you want to go, but if you would
Mhm.
please make me a survival check.
I like how a long, long time ago we used Cass's bulwarkness to push through the Fae.
Okay. Gifton, you're
Mhm.
flying along Dingus, leading your friends along. And, you have to stop every now and then because this is sort of tricky for Dingus to, keep a pace.
Mhm.
So you see the fly ahead a bit, land, let them catch up. And so landing on one of these branches that you see the strange, vividly purple, like very low growing flowers, like the petals are nearly ground touching themselves, just like almost flat on the ground facing upwards beneath you. And it's when you see that and then you look along the branch that you've landed on that this is a strangely humanoid, bush thing that you're sitting on.
Hello.
And looking around at the other things surrounding you, that's a lot of figures. These almost wicker-like figures covered in these little purple blossoms.
Oh.
Oh, we're gonna go a different way. We're gonna go a different way. This is so much fun. I'm having fun. I love it here. I love to go.
Roll a deception check on yourself.
No, I won't unless the DM tells me to.
Nope, no deception checks needed for me.
we know who I feel like.
Alright, so you want to avoid this section?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. My insight tells me that's a bad place.
Alright, you
I don't have nearly
Personal
enough.
garden.
I don't have enough opium in my system to make me want to go in there.
okay. Alright, you're going to travel a bit further.
I'm getting Annihilation vibes.
Yeah.
That was the inspiration of you use Feywild.
Yeah. Okay, that makes
At least
sense.
in its wilder days. Very. Which you're in, guys. Congratulations.
Yay! This is madness.
This is so much fun. I am having fun. I really like to be in this place looking for water.
Okay, you move around the field of
fun.
flowers and continue through the bushes. Go ahead and give me another survival check, please.
Oh, this is gonna be great. You're really gonna like it because the water's so sweet.
Very
The water's
nice.
so sweet, and you're gonna love it.
Very nice. Okay.
I want to survive.
The dice gods are going to hate us in a moment.
You are walking along, and you're avoiding anything that looks like it might be particularly dangerous, which you do spot a few things. There is a sort of a set of... they're almost like floral cactuses. Only you can see there is almost a liquid dripping off of the spines sticking out of them.
Mm-hmm.
But they smell incredibly sweet and incredibly and naturally alluring.
Oh.
And you actually realize that, part of my mind is telling me to go up and touch them. That's not great.
Not good. We're not going anywhere near that. Oh, that's so fun. We'll play with that later, but we're not playing with it now. La 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 la.
And then, with that
That's
check,
so
you
great.
manage to keep yourself on path. As the Feywild is trying to mislead you into directions. But you overcome that, and soon enough, that sound of running water is turning into a sound of rushing water.
Oh, God.
And you could swear there is a vague sort of mist in the air, but you know how you get from water vapor just being tossed about?
Mm-hmm.
And as you approach what you think is the right direction, that rushing is turning into a thunderous sound of water. And as you step out of the tree line, that's not really a river. Rivers are supposed to be small, right? That's what the brownie brain says.
Mm-hmm.
This is wide, probably a mile across, and you are clearly like just about 50.
These are streams.
Yeah, 50 meters to your left,
Mm-hmm.
there is a waterfall. Massive waterfall that is now just pounding down on some rocks, and that's what's tossing up this water vapor.
That ain't a river.
Or a nice bubbling brook
I
under
think
a
it's
bridge.
still a river, just not a small one.
Oh, Gifton's got a look in her head like she's thinking about something. And there's the barest frown for a moment looking at all the mist in the air.
Oh.
Huh.
I just got very careful. Go, what?
Oh,
Oh, look at all of this water! You can finally refill your skins. I told you I would help.
Raziel is actually just putting his hand up to his face, closing his eyes, and you just see the, oh no.
Then it's gonna use. I have telepathy to Raziel. So the concern would be there's a lot of mist in the air, and the other concern is there's a lot of mist in the air. Nobody seems to be getting younger.
I am going to go to the water with my water skin and start to fill it.
Do we even know if this is even the right water source?
Of
Meep,
course,
meep,
dear
meep,
friend.
meep,
Why
meep.
would I lead you wrong? This is our water. We love the water here.
Listen to the young Fae. A almost bubbly voice says from the river.
It's such delicious water. You should drink so much. Drink your fill.
And Telde,
Yes.
where you are filling up your water, a face sort of appears before you. Only it's like it's as if it's made from slight distortions and thickness changes and then cavitations below the water surface, as if it's part of the water itself. But you can make out these sort of form of lips and eyes looking up at you. A smile.
Oh. Hello.
And the face pushes up towards the surface, and as it breaches the surface, it looks a lot more apparently a form. The water continues to rush out without it, and there's a sort of watery, figure who is now just lifting herself from the surface to sit up beside you on the stream's bank.
I am sorry. Is this yours?
No, it's everybody's. Please drink your fill, or swim with me.
Oh, you should swim. It's so much fun. Don't you love to swim?
I
Please.
have the wrong spells for all of this.
I'm attempting to figure out the
You were
proper
warned a
answer to
whole
that
day
question.
ahead that we were going into the Fae, my dear friend.
I have those spells, but then I was thinking of all the stupid water and all the spells that destroy and move and change water.
Please, Sir Knight, remove your helm.
No.
I am afraid I cannot do that.
They just pout at you, and their eyes drift over to the rest of the group. And can anyone guess what happens next?
Carrick.
They fall on Carrick,
Literally.
and she sort of drops herself back into the water fully. You notice she never fully exited it. She kept her feet in there at the very least.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. No.
And she sort of like swims along the bank a bit just to try and get a bit closer to Carrick. And she rests her elbows on the bank and just chin on her hands, clasped together.
Beckons.
And she just gives you a sort of sweet and like pouty little look, Carrick, and goes, "What about you? Will you come swim with me?"
I was muted, so that did not come through. I come from the desert. I do not know how to swim.
Oh, well, I would teach you.
Oh, pretty boy could learn to swim. That would be so much fun. What great skill you could tell your friends back home. I'm sorry, I'm full Fae right now. That's what I have to do. You're getting telepathy right now, Carrick. I'm so sorry.
I don't know how she's able to do wibble face and telepathy, but
She's learned from Dingus.
Yes.
I unfortunately do not believe that I am built for swimming.
Will any of you swim with me? Echo's starting to raise her head.
Okay.
thumbs up.
Lowers her hand.
I mean, technically,
Open the gate.
can
Open the
Echo
gate.
actually
Open the gate.
get younger? Because technically,
Echo's ancient as hell.
she's
Uh,
aged, her
ancient
spirit is. The body isn't.
Her body.
Yeah, the body isn't. I'm just I was just saying she is
like a
ancient as
day
hell.
old.
But yeah.
I'm not sure if
Okay.
that's the thing we should be afraid of right now.
Yeah. Does no one want to swim with the dear lady?
I'm not
Oh,
much of a swimmer.
well, at least fill your water skins. Water is free for you to take.
RG's gonna go up and take one of the containers out of the brewer's kit.
Mhm.
Start filling it.
I imagine so, but I will double check just in case anyone says, characters wouldn't think of it. Are you being really careful not to let your hands dip into this?
Yes.
Mm.
RG has been warned of it ahead of time. If she hadn't been, the answer would be no. She's been actively warned about this.
Gifton's gonna make a big show of like, look, I have a water skin, and she's gonna plunge her hand right in there to fill it up.
Okay, Gifton plunges her hand in, fill it up. The this watery figure seems to just giggle a little.
Yes.
But Gifton, coming closer to the river alongside RG, you can she's watching RG fill this water skin.
Mhm.
And then she just looks at the others. Won't you come? Please. The water is for all.
Corvus approaches,
You are so generous.
uncorks his water skin. Thank you,
Literally-
good lady.
I
It is
literally,
most appreciative of your generosity.
literally have nothing. I can put water in without taking time to draw something.
That's
Do you have
will
any
fill
kits,
up
anything
water
like
as
that?
well and not touch water.
What was that?
Do you have any kits, anything like that?
Water's dangerous.
Pretty ones, fill up.
Forgery and disguise, so nothing that can.
You don't have a water skin?
I have a decanter of endless water.
Do you
Oh,
have a
endless
cup?
water.
Yeah, that's the same thing I do. That's the reason I'm using one of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
jugs in the brewer's
Yeah.
kit.
Do you have a cup?
Okay, I
Cor-
mean, I have a mess kit, yes.
Then you have a cup.
I mean, then you'd be walking around carrying a cup for the rest
An
of the
open cup, yeah.
Yeah, open cup that you dare not splash. That's a good plan.
That's great. You throw it in somebody's face when you want to run away.
Come, pretties, fill up your water skins. Drink heavily of the waters. It will fill you so much energy.
And who are you to lead them to me, sweet?
Oh, I am just a lost little leaf.
A lost little leaf. A lost little leaf. Ooh.
Blowing in the wind. I am so sorry. Was it too presumptuous to bring them for water?
No,
I had
of
heard
course
about
not.
it, and it's so wonderful here.
Oh, it is.
Actually, great. Characters could draw.
But you are quite a strong little leaf.
I've been battered by the winds.
Battered by the wind so hard as to push into my lord's realm.
Oh, is this the Lord's realm? My apologies.
He resisted for a moment, but curiosity. He told me to wait.
How exciting!
If you like, you can all stay for tea.
Tea.
You are not filling your skins She's actually looking towards, Carrick.
Carrick's pulling out a little paint pot.
Okay.
And
The paint pot.
quick.
I'm trying to get everyone to prepare before we went.
I have bottles.
At least you're filling up your bottles. Please just tell me you're filling them up.
I'm filling up my
Okay.
bottles.
So is there anyone left that isn't doing so?
I'm actually painting one right now. And I'm actually going to pull up a water skin from it.
Oh,
Ah.
one of those paints.
I
Nice.
have pigments. That's why I
Yeah.
was... So,
Oh, what's a crafty one this one is?
Delight.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Why do none of you touch the water?
It is fun to play with. I give it a little splash.
I don't like being wet.
Oh, but the rain
Archton-
is so freeing.
Parched of water and desperate for a drink, you avoid touching it with your hands when I have seen other mortals dive into it to drink their fill.
Carrick is actually... Y'all owe me. Carrick's actually...
I touched the water.
Yeah, but you're
You're
Fae.
Fae.
You don't count.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't count.
Well, actually, the thing is, I'm a motherfucking druid, and it takes a lot for me to age at this point, de-age and age.
It feels
I'm technically
it takes a lot
200
to
years old at this
age.
point right now as a result of. Well, the thing is, I had to drink so much of the other water. I'm at like 200 years old now because I couldn't age up. So now I'm losing years. It's not hurting me.
it feels like it'd be too retconny for me to necessarily say that I am touching the water or not, but I'm also wearing armor, so
Yeah.
I would probably be counted as not touching it in her eyes.
And I'm
Carrick
wearing
is...
my gloves.
Carrick is long enough to fill up the water skin. That's it.
Pretty horse beast, come fill your water skin. Get some water.
Nass is holding up the water skin. I already filled it.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, she did.
went
Okay.
after Corvus.
Oh, she did it careful. Okay.
I've not seen one of your kind before.
She's new. She's fun.
You are cute.
Nass kind of stops. Thank you.
The naiad flutters their sort of eyelashes at you. Want to come play with me?
Oh, do you like to swim?
I love
Not
to swim.
anymore.
You should come swim with me. Or you can sit by my bank and we can talk.
Please,
What would
sweetlings,
you
don't
wish
be
to
rude.
talk
We've traveled
about?
so far for water.
I want to make a roll to see if I can figure out what she is, by the way.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, same
what
here.
role would you like?
This would be I will allow nature at disadvantage, or I will allow arcana at standard. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Anyone that gets above 20, you can quite easily tell that this is some kind of a water nymph or naiad. Basically, the watery cousin to a dryad.
Yeah, Carrick's bane of Carrick's existence.
And yeah, Carrick, that arcana roll, the same kind of proclivities. She seemed to have
Like I
noticed
said-
that you were pretty and took a brief interest in you, but she actually seems generally focused on Cassie right now.
This is how
And Cassie
that's
is
where it's
very,
actually
very
for.
pretty because we know that from how Cassie is, and Cassie's also unique.
Very unique.
Mhm.
Cass will sit nearish, will settle down nearest the shores and just make polite chatter.
She will happily talk away at you. Most of the things she says are fairly frivolous. She doesn't seem to care much about talking about herself. She's more trying to get stories out of you. And even then, it's more, she's not really paying attention to the story. She's just looking at you talk and sort of,
Oh, I see. She's also consulted the AI bot on how to pick up women.
Oh, Telday.
Yep, that hurt.
Wow.
Oh,
Well, she's certainly not shallow.
Who is the great lord of
Oh.
this area? For I am not knowledgeable of such things.
Oh, the great wolf of the woods.
Oh, a great wolf of the woods, you say?
Mm-hmm. He told me to keep talking to you until he arrives.
Oh, that's lovely. How much fun is it?
I'm talking to, well, she's got a pretty face and a pretty smile. And Cassie, she's actually reaching up, like she's been sort of lazing on the bank side. She's just sort of reaching her hand up to brush her cheek.
Go for it, Cass.
Cass isn't going to is repressing the flight instinct. And she's not going to brawl with her.
What if that's healthy?
Bye,
this year?
snooze, snooze.
Bye, snooze,
No,
And-
that's
Unbirthed
different
by
word.
So
snooze.
with these,
Yeah.
would this coupling create a kelpie? This is the scientific question.
And
Good one.
she brushes her cheek, Cassie, and goes, "Would you accept a gift?"
Hmm.
Given freely, and given freely.
I shall.
She smiles and she plops back to below the water surface, just about disappearing entirely.
Cass is looking back. Where are we going? Could you hear that?
Are we going?
Yes.
Oh, my sweetlings desire to leave?
In Tarnstead, there is a great wolf of the woods coming.
I know that,
We
Corvus.
leaving.
Corvus, you're getting back in your head. I am aware, but I have an act to follow right now. What would the sweetlings give me if I were to lead them out of the woods?
While this entire conversation is going, Cass is actually going to reach back and throw the switch on wide load to turn it to ice.
Ooh.
I'm not turning it on.
As you throw that switch, the water distorts again, and you see the Naiad re-emerge. And Cassie, she's
Yes.
reaching up to give you a kiss.
The Hershey's chocolate.
That's a little forward.
You said you'd accept it, though.
I did. And it was said it was given freely, so
Uh-huh. And
why.
unfortunately, I think this might be the same Naiad that takes people's memories and shit, so good luck.
I mean, I can point out something kind of devilish.
Hmm.
The first time she said given freely, the second two times were and given freely.
Mm-hmm.
Do you let her, Cassie?
Yes.
She plants a very gentle, soft kiss on your lips, which feels weird. It is like, taut water somehow. And there's a faint trickle between your lips. And then she pulls away and just smiles and goes, "The gift of breath, so that you might join me and stay if you wish."
Cass's eyes kind of go wide.
Oh, water breathing.
Well, I can't stay for long, but I would be happy to go for a short swim.
What would my sweetlings offer me?
I've got a jug of water I can give you.
I have gotten so much water already. I don't need water.
I've got a barrel of
Like-
beer I can give you.
I have this teal mushroom.
Are you putting out what the Feywild mushrooms, Corvus?
Oh, that's gonna be a bad idea.
I said it.
Okay,
I could give you my
Cassie?
undying loyalty.
Yes.
The night-
Gibson's eyes narrow.
The
at
the
that.
naiad looks like she's sort of beckoning for you to like join her when you sort of offer her a swim up, and then when Corvus holds out the mushroom, her head snaps towards him, and she shrieks and submerges.
Corvus.
Oh, why do you have that?
Grass. You hear a
Leave,
bunch of
leave my sweetlings.
There is
leave.
a bestial howl from across the river.
Okay, yeah, this is time to go now. So, Gifton's going to cast plane shift.
I was given
Yeah.
this.
You were given that. How far in the future again?
Yep.
And also in a different part of the Feywild.
Yep.
That was probably part of somebody's other territory. So yeah, how many people are there in the group that I'm taking back, by the way?
More
1, 2,
than
3,
8.
4,
Oh, you
5,
and up to 8
6.
willing creatures. You might be good.
Yeah. All right, so we've got
You've basically got Dingus, Raziel, Echo.
Raziel.
On top of the usual 6.
9?
That's 9.
Yeah, so that you and up to 8 willing creatures. So
Yeah, okay, we're good.
shifting back to where you want to go.
Unfortunately, I don't want to go right to Heia's continent because we don't want the Fae chasing there. Right?
So do you want to take us to Barast thousands of years in the past?
Nope, I know the loop we can contain. Go to Hexenreich, give them a reason to fuck with the Fae.
No, no, I don't need to do that to myself. Actually, I think Barast would be the safer option versus going right back to the tree, right? Because we already had a bunch of fucking angels chasing us, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I choose to plane shift, to Barast. I am shooting for near the island.
Near the island.
The island. The island. Remember
Okay,
the
so
island? Yeah.
not near the island because that gives me a option of water.
Well, it's the
do you want to
closest
be on the island?
I want to be on the island.
Okay, right. You appear on the island. Immediately, there's this spray of ocean waves hitting you. Because you've appeared basically near one of the rocky cliffs, and the waves are hitting up, and after that, you're just getting that up at you.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, good.
Everybody that was in the mist, which is everybody, you've lost a year.
Hey.
Not terrible.
Yeah.
Is it noticeable?
Depending on your age.
Most of you know.
I was gonna say,
Cassie,
I'm
maybe.
Cassie probably couldn't afford that, but
31.
See, the reason I'm asking is, otherwise, did we check to make sure we really were dealing with the right water?
That's what I was worried
well,
about. 'Cause
this
I was
is
worried
this
about
is
the
me
other
further going on to. Could those that actually willingly touch the water,
one. Me.
give me a D4?
So, Cass and Carrick?
That's
In Gibson.
2 years. Wow, 2 years from both of you.
Well, that
Ow.
should be problems.
Why?
Carrick's 19.
I'm
What's the problem?
Yeah.
Raziel is
No noticeable danger.
is looking over at you, Carrick, and just going a little shorter, fixable.
Yeah, going back to our time and finding the age one, but knowing my luck, that will overage.
Yeah, Dragon,
What
I'm
is the
pretty
I don't know.
is
I don't know. When I
am
had
under
the
adulthood now.
when I did the age one, I had to drink a lot of that to really go anywhere with it. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure we could probably, or I had to sit it forever, and I had to drink a bunch of it. It took forever for my age to come back, Carrick. So it might take a
You
bit.
look identical to what you were.
You sure there's
I
not
don't
sort
think
of
the water affects you Fae as
Fae
much as
and
the rest
Jellic?
of
Yeah,
us.
but last time it affected me. Remember, I was a little kid. from hanging out in the water. So
Yeah, she went to Littleton and had to sit there for a long time.
I had to sit there for a long ass time because unfortunately my age gain is
It's
hard.
Super slow, yeah.
It's super slow. My age loss is normal.
Dingus looks a bit
All
more
that,
vibrant.
You didn't have the age effect until after we finished with that part.
No, I had it already. It's just it doesn't prevent age loss. It only
Looking
does the other way.
rather regal,
Me,
my
me.
lord of the
Carrick-
bridge.
Yeah.
Technically, Carrick is not an adult anymore.
Well, it depends who you're asking. Fantasy terms, yo.
Fantasy
Yeah,
terms,
I
you're
was
adult,
just using the
16.
listing for half
think
elf,
he means-
which is
Ah, yes.
20.
Cass is looking even more annoyed at the moment
It's like a
and
kid.
shorter.
Dingus is broadcasting complaints to everybody's minds of where was my bridge? Where was my bridge?
It has not been built yet.
10,000 years before then.
Get the broadcast of unacceptable.
All right.
Well- Don't worry, it'll be fine.
I'm honestly surprised that ability actually worked with it not technically.
Oh, isn't it nice to be back in Barast?
Where are we in Bravast?
This is the island. Remember, we sat here and watched the world burn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, this
Yeah.
is where you did it.
yeah. You weren't there for that.
I mean, he was.
Me, me,
There's
me.
supposed to be
You were
something
dead.
underneath of it. There's supposed to be like something hidden underneath the island. We were gonna check that out.
Dingus's head
sometime.
is like tilting and twisting downwards.
Yeah.
Well, we do have thousands of years if you would like to do so. I don't actually come here at any point in time, so we don't have to worry about that.
I wonder if anybody's actually on the island.
We are.
I mean, other than us.
It was deserted in our time.
Yeah, it's like no one's ever here.
I mean, it would be now.
Hmm.
Well, we could call out,
Also-
or we may have attracted attention by already being here.
Why don't we
Then we
take a
go
little
there.
bit of a short rest while we can, because we don't have any fae chasing us right now. We don't have any angels chasing us right now. I'm gonna listen on angel radio really quick.
Okay. You listen on the Angel Radio and you can't hear anything.
Huh.
It may
Really?
be local radio broadcast centers.
It's very quiet on the radio. I can't hear anybody.
How
Is
quiet.
that a good?
Like
Sorry.
death, like completely silent.
Like you see, you're tuning into FM, but we have to go back in time, so you should be using an AM band.
Raziel, is it usually always so quiet on angel radio?
You get lulls, perhaps, but tell me if nothing. Keep listening in.
Was there a time when something happened and it was very, very, very quiet?
Yes.
When was that?
The days after the attack on Sahar.
Or were well before that?
Yes. Otherwise, there's been a few times where the gods have enacted, well, nothing
Silence?
but needed chatter, and even then, keep it on private bands.
Weren't
Oh.
we brought here because we'd be safe from everything that was hunting us back then?
Huh?
Yes.
And you're not hearing your angel radio. Maybe what's ever hidden underneath here.
No, we got brought here by Hea last time because she asked us where we wanted to go, and we said the island.
Because it was the only place far
We-
away
from everything. Because we needed to be away from populations, remember?
Is this the island that was obtained through?
Yeah, this was Thaldir's island. It was our island. It's actually Corvus's nephew's island now. Well, it will be someday.
Yeah.
We should leave him a message.
We should leave him with something in a box. That would be fun. We could bury some treasure.
Do you guys, as part of your short rest, want to bury some treasure?
Yes,
I'm
I'm burying my water skin.
Wait, Barry Telday sent him the long way round again.
Well,
Damn it,
here,
I
I'm gonna
am not
encase you in
doing time
stone.
0.
Is there anything unusual about what's like growing on the island, or anything we can see?
Do you want to explore a bit?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Alright, go ahead. Can everybody give me... Actually, I want to elect one person to have a survival check, and then everybody else can make me perception checks, or investigations, if you so please. Changes what you'll sort of see and find.
Looking at Gifted, because I know Gifted has higher than I do, and I think Gifted might have the highest of all of us. 'Cause I
I
don't know
would
if
do
anyone actually is
investigation.
survival trained.
Yeah.
I would like to do investigation myself, but I would
actually-
do survival if they prefer.
What's
I
your
beat Gibson by
survival?
1.
Okay.
16.
14.
Yeah,
Okay.
I acquiesce. But whoever's the best
Did you
can
say
do
yours
it.
is a 16?
Yeah.
Tilde? Okay, so you actually have a train too. Okay.
Yep. There's very little I don't.
I got the
It's one of
boon
my
that I'm
4,
trained in
so-
everything, so
Yeah. It's one of my 4 untrained skills, so.
alright, tell they roll it if you're doing survival or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do it then.
If you got the highest, that's the best idea.
Okay. Telday. So you guys appeared on a cliff, and when I say this, I don't know how typical they are over there, but over here we have our rocky, craggy oceans facing cliffs that you tend to have paths going up and down them, you know. You guys sort of appeared on the side of one. But you can climb on up, and Telday will spot and make sure you guys do not encounter some really unstable, bound to crumble at the slightest touch surfacing. So no horrible rolls to make to survive that. In which case you're all free to roam around and explore. Give me your investigations or perceptions. Wow.
Ooh. Do I still get one, or is
Yes,
that
you
counted?
you will
Okay.
get one. Yeah.
Yeah, just making sure.
Okay. Very nice.
Good job, Carrick.
We are missing one.
Corvus. No,
Gifton.
Gifton.
yeah, skip.
Oh, I wasn't gonna search around. I'm just hanging out.
Are you just saying that? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just kind of vibing because I'm trying to use a short rest right now because I don't want to participate.
Mhm.
Right.
I'm trying to attune to something else right now.
Makes sense.
Okay. Alright, you'll start looking around, wondering. RG is the first to spot it. And Telday and Carrick and Telday. Carrick and Telday and RG, rather, can then sort of investigate it further. RG, there's a really weird thing you notice. Like, at first it doesn't really catch your mind, but you know how you get like little cracks in the ground?
Mm-hmm.
You spot one of those, and it actually goes on for quite a bit. It must be like a little fault in the sort of rock this island is. But you notice, wait, even where it gets hidden by sort of mud and bushes and grass, and it's the very sort of short, scraggy, survives in the harshest environments kind of grass here.
Mm-hmm.
This goes in very specific directions, like it's following a curve that isn't natural.
Are you just gonna kind of call and go, hey, have you ever seen this crack here? Not doing what I'm not the smartest I know, but that it's not doing what it's supposed to.
But yeah, you can all explore this. This has to be, and this actually takes you a while following this. This seems to go around a large chunk of the island. Maybe, what would we call it? Yeah. This crack's probably about 80 so feet. Makes an 80 feet diameter circle, essentially. Hidden in the terrain. and it is a perfect circle as far as you can tell.
Is that how small the island is?
No, the island's bigger than that, but
So it doesn't go all the way
pretty
around.
no.
Okay. How is it like hand width
That
or?
it is about. I'm measuring with my own hand here. Probably about 3 centimeters. That varies based on like just
very
parts that have
thin.
become filled in.
But that's the
Yeah.
widest.
Yeah.
And it's in rock. You said, right?
Yep. This island is composed of rock, even where it's got topsoil atop of that. If you remove enough soil off of the surface, you'll find rock beneath.
It's in the
And that is where you tend to lose track of it, where like soil has built up. This island is definitely far more sparse than it was in the future.
in our time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there'll be a lot of dirt on top of the rock at that point.
Yep.
Yeah. Trick. Illusionary train not help.
So quiet.
Is it an old foundation? But
Sure.
it's underground.
It's a crack.
Maybe
Dunk
something.
something, remove something.
Can I look in at all to see if this is like tooled?
Oh yeah, you can peer down if you want. And I'll let you use the same roll you'd already done. You need to cast a bit of light, Yeah.
Cast divine light.
Okay, you cast the light and you sort of peer down. As far as you can tell, it is completely smooth.
Where was Gifton in relation to this circle when she was trying Angel Radio?
Still is.
Outside of it, essentially. She was,
Okay.
but I will say, Gifton, if you have sort of wandered to find a nice spot to sit and rest,
Mhm.
you're still not getting anything.
Okay, I'm just doing the obvious check to see if maybe that was the thing that was interfering.
Well, if we're taking the time to look at this, I will do this as he starts pulling
Do you
out.
think it'd be too dangerous for me to
reagents.
try to contact Turiel on Angel Radio directly?
Ritual
Oh.
casting.
Depends what you want to. She knew you, right?
Yeah, she knows me, right?
Mm.
I could ask her what's going on.
You could.
I mean, I could ask you what's going on, but you'd know if I did that.
I would, and also I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
I had to keep rather low on Angel Radio myself. You understand?
Yeah.
Detecting magic chorus.
Yep, as a ritual cast, so the 10 minutes to do
Okay,
it.
right. So you start doing that. Anyone else do anything while he's doing that? Did you want to try and contact Turiel?
I just want to state, every time I hear Corvus going, I'm doing a ritual cast, I just imagine him pulling out like a little stick voodoo doll, dancing around the circle going, I hate this. I hate this.
I always just imagine the Age of Empires priest. Yeah.
But anyways,
I'm gonna.
Cass is just going to wander.
Okay.
Bitch about how she's shorter.
I'm going to. Is it wide enough to stick a hand in? I can't remember how wide.
It's about 3 centimeters. So no.
I am not going to do it unless I get a weigh-in from the rest of the party of, do you guys think it would be safe to try to contact Turiel to find out why Angel Radio is dead quiet?
I don't know if we're close enough. I've heard you talking.
You guys have wandered around tracing the circle.
Yeah,
I say that you're close enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Might have to yell, but she can hear you.
Yeah.
If she asks hard, you're just gonna give a thumbs up, like, go for it.
I guess.
I mean, do you think it's risky? I mean, it is kind of
Yes.
risky.
Can you
It
send
is.
a message just to her and not be
Yeah,
heard by others?
Yeah, I can focus a message to her. I think I do it to Zachiel all the time.
Yeah, I mean, anything we do here is going to be risky. Fuck it, go for it.
Be a Zachiel gossip.
As long as you can kind of try to keep it from public being heard by everybody.
It's much like the gods' observations in general. Unless someone's specifically trying to spy, it should be fine.
Okay. I'm not gonna encourage her to come here for reasons. Okay.
Sensible.
Complicated. Okay. Well, is everybody's okay with it? Corvus, Echo, you okay with it?
Yeah.
Wooloo.
Talking to people is nice.
Cass, you all right with it?
I'm fine.
All
Wait,
right.
Would she know that I'm dead?
I'm not gonna bring anything up because time travel will bleed you. I'm just gonna get a danger check from her. Okay.
Danger, Gifton Robinson.
But-
Danger.
Wait, this is several years past when we originally were here.
I'm Faye. She thinks I'm eternal.
Oh, okay.
She thinks
Go
I'm Faye.
ahead.
She was expecting to meet me in 10,000 years, but she does later off in Varas, so, you know.
Yeah, as a demon.
I wasn't a demon.
Still counts.
Maybe this is the reason
That I wasn't a demon?
that she is.
Oh, that's awful. Why would you?
Go ahead, Gifton.
I don't know if I want to now.
I'm going to go back to
And
examining.
you know
the
for a fact
circle.
that Turio's demonhood is unrelated to this, Gifton.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna a careful message on Angel Radio directed
Until
at
she
Turiel.
does it and changes the past.
Okay.
Turiel, this is Gifton. I was just wondering, is everything
Gifton.
okay? It's really quiet. Don't come here.
No, you don't get a reply. Gifton, when you speak on Angel Radio, you can sort of feel it. You can even,
Huh?
you hear this little connection sound, almost like static. This little background whine. Silence.
Oh.
What's the good word, Gifton?
Everything's fine.
I say I was giving you an eyebrow quirk.
I can't talk on Angel Radio.
Doesn't make any sense.
I can't hear and I can't talk.
Could you in a Saflak?
I don't remember. It was a lot going on. It got really loud from the tree talking at me. You don't think the tree kind of overloaded me, do you?
No, I doubt that.
Tried it.
I don't. Can I remember if I could hear Angel Radio? Because it's usually like a passive thing. I
Yeah.
don't have much control
Um,
over.
It felt like he could reach out and touch Faith, so yeah.
I felt like I could then, but I guess I can't now.
So either the Fae have done something, or it's this place.
Okay. Interesting.
That's my guess, at the very least.
Well, we're always finding out new and interesting things at Lawlessilla's head. She puts her head.
There is a
her mouth.
panicked look on Raziel's face. He's actually standing up.
Yep.
You see him drawing a blade from his sleeve,
Yep.
and he's standing as if like he's expecting something to show up at any moment now.
Gifted is also drawing a weapon and looking about.
And there's that
Look at him and calmly fists up.
moments pass, and a few more minutes go by, and there's nothing.
Oh. Thank the lords and ladies, I don't think it did anything.
That's
Curious.
also strange.
Oh, well, so this is probably the best place in the world for us to hide.
Yes, I suppose so, but why? That's...
I mean, why didn't angels come for us here, right, when they cleared everything else out? You'd figure they'd come here to clear this area out. They destroyed the rest of the ground, the rest of the land. We saw it.
I,
We didn't
I,
choose to
I,
be sent here. Hey, sent us
wasn't
here, right?
this Hea sent
We
us
asked
here?
to be sent.
We
here,
asked to be sent here on
but
purpose.
that doesn't
so yeah.
mean that there's not
But
other things happening here.
The thing is like with this place, this was supposed to be where her tower was, right? Her lighthouse.
Yes. Yes, it was.
It was supposed to be a beacon.
Yes.
That's typically be a big round thing, right?
Yes.
And
Or
we're
just gonna kind of look down at the line along the ground. You figure about that width?
No, it was quite a bit larger. It encompassed most of the land here, and that was bigger than what remains of this, but the peak of it, perhaps, around that size.
Yeah.
Oh.
You wouldn't expect that maybe that it's below
Under
this
the island?
intact under all
I
the rock.
mean, we found the other temple.
Archie's just gonna be
Buried.
giving a really flat look at that. Just that, and then just slow nod.
anything on the detect magic, by the way?
Yeah, the tech magic goes off, and no magic.
So
And I mean, no magic.
I'm
this would
going
be the
to
best
attempt
From
place
none
to
of
bring
your
Talal to.
companions.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to mage hand.
guys,
Yeah, mage hand works.
Yeah, my life.
Okay.
Interesting
Yeah.
cloak.
none
Is
of you are. All of you have some sort of magical kit on you, right? Something magical, be
Yeah.
it a token or a weapon or
Yes.
armor.
How's True Sight acting in this?
Those that actually, yeah, there's a couple of party members. Those that have true sight. Looking at a couple of party members is often kind of strange. Gifton's very bright and so forth, and it just strikes you. Wait a second, Gifton just looks like her physical form.
Okay.
This would be the best place to take Talal to. We could
so
set up here.
none of you are exuding any magic. I see Gifton as Gifton, RG as RG.
I am Gifton.
No, not your radiant ball of light. RG doesn't have a bunch of holes in her. Carrick's not a towering dragon, and neither is Dingus.
Oh, we could have the kids here.
I think you
There's
mean
I'm
moving thing.
not planning on doing that immediately.
Well, I've
I
got like 2 years before it
can't
happens.
sense or
2
see
years?
anything
Yeah,
related to magical.
Lord,
that's
Or-
what my Yuri said. It's the longest pregnancy I think a brownie's ever
true
had.
physical being. Corvus is going to activate his ski and
Oh.
just go.
Actually,
Mhm.
I mean, his mirror solution probably still works. I'm still in it. I'm still in it, aren't I?
yes,
Visibly, am I still
he
visibly
is
in it?
visibly still the mirror solution.
I think this character's gonna take the hat. Physical distance is nothing a wide wingspan couldn't overcome. Pass it from his face to turn back to normal.
You better turn back to normal.
I'm gonna go.
Right, so Corvus is going up.
Yep.
I'm gonna knock on the middle of the circle.
I will want a roll from you to try and gauge where that is.
Okay. What kind?
Straight int.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll go to like
Wrong
110
section.
feet.
110
and then
feet.
Just look down.
110 feet, still nothing apparent.
Sick.
But the circle, is there any additional lines stemming from it as an aerial view?
It becomes even harder to make it out up there.
Okay, so there's no like other like you
Mm.
see something in a broader sense.
No.
I'm gonna play this card just so I have an advantage on this roll.
Okie dokie.
Corvus will descend.
Okay. Yeah, you think you have gauged the middle of the circle. You are basically standing like atop of a mossy boulder that's part of a few different little boulders that are resting here.
Okay. Gonna rap on it slightly. Boulder.
Yeah, very bouldery.
I am.
Your wrapping scrapes a bit of the moss off of it.
Gonna keep scraping moss.
Okay, you're starting to...
Carrick's gonna go to the nearest edge.
Okay, so you're heading towards the cliffside? Or the edge of the
nearest
circle?
Edge of the circle.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try digging, seeing if I can enlarge the crack. I'm gonna go dragon claws.
Okay.
See if I can, if it's the stones. First off, is the stone? I'm guessing it's regular hard stone.
You
Uh,
want me to...
Start clawing at it, or is it something else?
You claw at it, and surprisingly, you're unable to score the stone.
On the other side?
Actually, on you score like just a bare sort of like inch from the top, and then you feel like a greater resistance. Right, gift and you commune with nature. Okay. You receive no information.
Nice. Well, I want a spell. Do we want me to move the earth and stone around and make it so we can uncover more of this?
Possibly Carrick's gonna, because I don't want to use my breath weapon because that's a little large area. I'm gonna
You
try.
you sizzle some surface area, kills off some of that grass. Doesn't seem to penetrate any deeper than your claws did. Telde, you've got a large area of moss scraped from this boulder. As far as you can tell, this seems to be a natural boulder.
I'm going to start examining around the boulder.
Okay. You can see where it's resting on the ground and where there's a little bit of a pile up of it's hard to say dirt so much as like a lot of moss. You know how moss piles.
I'm gonna start trying to clear, or I can't say shovel because I don't actually have a shovel. But
Will be all. I have a shovel. You want to borrow my shovel?
yeah.
How far down to the water?
I'm gonna do your shovel.
From the sort of top of the island that you are, and while the island's not a perfectly flat surface, like there are dips and rises and so on.
Yeah.
On a average landscape, it's a pretty flat island.
Mary Poppins a shovel out for you.
You're probably about 140, 150 feet up from the ocean bottom.
Before I do my next thing, I'm going to acid splash both sides
Mhm.
to see if they both react the same. The inside of the circle and the outside of the circle.
How far on the outside of the circle?
They have to be within 5 feet of each other. So
as far as you can tell, there's no difference.
Okay.
We'll be all right. If the wind
Is
in our
how
sail,
far
we'll be all
from the?
right.
Is there any
in
point
our
where the
sail,
cliff is relatively close to the
wind
circle?
From the sort of outer edge of the circle, the closest point is probably about 70 feet away to one of the cliff edges.
And we'll hang on
behind.
behind.
Let's tell they borrowing gifts and shovel.
Yep.
Okay, and
I'm
you
gonna
start.
sing with Echo.
I have a very violent way.
Echo sings in the way of a person that doesn't know the words and is trying to mimic you, so she's like, a few words behind at a time.
I'm encouraging her, like, she's
Yeah.
doing a good job with it.
It's like the worst rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Telde, you're digging away this moss. Do you want to try and move any of these boulders?
Yes, I'm going to try and slightly shift them at least.
Okay, athletics check from you.
One of the ones I don't have good. See?
Yep, no luck.
Am I able to? Is he just shoving them? Like trying or
yeah, I'm just kind of
shoving, leveraging with the shovel briefly.
Yeah, not putting enough weight that it's gonna come snap or anything.
Walk over there.
Want me to...
Good gift.
Go ahead.
To dragon form and try to just literally lift up and move Bolter for him.
Raziel's actually watching curiously. You're able to move boulders pretty easily.
Okay. I don't know if I had a reason tell Dave, but I figured this would be
I
easier.
was unsure if it may be covering something up.
Is it covering something up as I move it away?
Yeah, it's covering something up. It's covering up
ground.
some ground. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
gonna try to score this with my claws since I've got.
Okay,
something
this
to-
ground is a bit higher than what you were previously at, so you are actually able to score deeper.
No, sorry, the boulder that I'm carrying.
Oh, the
Go ahead.
boulder? Yes, the boulder you can like easily score into.
Okay,
Gifton, Raziel's actually looking at you and just going, shall we see if we can move some of the stone?
I could do that. I was just letting them have their attempt at it because they might have a more suture-like approach. Is that the way the words are used, Corvus? Sutures?
Corvus has walked back with his hands in his pockets, scalpel-like approach.
Oh, scalpel. I know it was a medical term.
Surgical precision.
I was just saying,
Yes.
that was the word she was looking for.
Because I was just gonna move around the stuff to try and reveal what we can't move. Because I could move the dirt and the rock.
Okay,
because I can't even acid the right by the crack and damage it.
right. Keep moving outwards until you meet less resistance, I suppose.
Okay. I will cast Move Earth and start doing that. I'm just gonna start piling stuff up.
I'm gonna actually.
You basically can do that for 2 hours, right? Once you cast a spell. Sweet.
2 hours. I'm doing
Everyone's gonna hate me for this because of the sound. Well, they're doing that.
The spell can't manipulate the natural stone or stone construction.
yeah, but I'm just moving the dirt out of the way first.
Okay, yeah, you can move the dirt in, and yeah.
I'm moving dirt first because then I'll do stone stuff after.
In that case, if you guys want to spend some time at this, you can actually clear a lot of the dirt away from this. It does appear that there is a...
How tall was this tower, Raz?
Oh,
Or Lizier? I can't say that name either. I gotta break that habit.
well, I'll reveal a secret to you. It's just Raziel backwards, so I'll still go by Raz with you. It's fine.
No, I mean, because if I don't... You know how angels hear when you say their names? I don't want you to hear the you that's not with us to hear me talking about you.
Let's see. I don't... Raziel?
Well, I don't think they can hear right now, but I need to keep habit. Don't make me have bad habits.
And
Let her be good. Let her be good.
anyway, the
As
tower
Corvus is sitting down,
was...
he's like, I'm pretty sure we can say whoever's name here and no one's gonna hear.
The lighthouse was hundreds and hundreds of feet high. Which, for the time, was very, very impressive.
How far from the top do you think a doorway in might be? Or a window?
There were doorways pretty close to the top. Come out and observe and so on. So...
Well, let's try and find that, maybe.
Why not?
So-
Raziel,
Yes.
maybe it's because I am not familiar with what you are talking about besides the descriptions Gifting has given, but isn't actually like a lighthouse that we know of? Like a big tower with a big light at the top of it?
I think more majestic, but yes, it did shine a divine light.
And these would be visible for all to see, theoretically.
That was definitely the purpose, yes.
So it wouldn't be like upside down or buried within stone.
Not in that incarnation of the world, however...
Actually, if we uncover this, are we going to make a big beacon of light that can be seen all over the place? Because that would be bad.
We have no idea what will happen.
Don't think so, because... Oh, that was...
It didn't happen?
Our empowerment. Well, it didn't happen, but it might happen. I don't know exactly the temporal mechanics of what we're doing.
You use a big fancy word all the time when you talk about timey-wimey.
But her tower was here on this island.
It was.
Carrick's going to edge of the circle away from everybody, just so he's about to irritate everybody. Claws at
Oh,
the
no.
edge, and I'm just starting to walk backwards.
Oh God.
And I am finding.
Oh, that is
Because
a
he said where it
horrible
softens.
noise.
He said where it softened, so I'm away from everybody else. So probably the opposite end of everybody.
One
else.
second. I feel like I have to do this.
Do you have claws on check for it?
Oh, good. My concentration stays up. Guys, I have a concentration spell right now.
Again, I'm also like.
Wait, what
You're
are you
a
doing with
big
the
freaking
concentration?
dragon. I'm a little tiny thing, and you're making this.
Yeah, but it's like 35 feet away. Or
35 feet away with
piercing.
dragon claws.
Carrick,
Mm-hmm.
about 10 feet out, your claws suddenly find a bit more purchase and sink in deeper.
I'm gonna basically chunk out a piece there. I'm actually pulling out my collapsible rod, getting it as about 10 feet, because got to do measurement somehow. It's whatever it is seems to extend 10 feet from the circle. Should I try going inside and see if it's the whole circle, or if it does something similar?
How much of this are we wanting to do here? Or
Are
now,
you
I should
suggesting we
say.
should put this off for another few thousand years?
Yeah, we could have time to do this when we're resting with Talal here.
Well,
probably.
it's that, or how well do you think you could cover it back up?
I wasn't planning on digging any further, but
Oh, good point. We have to leave this covered up. I just said it'd be nice to be able to find it again.
Well, you can. I know I can
I
move stone shaping and so on. We could
Okay.
put a lid on it after we've taken a look.
Yeah, why don't we
If
do
this is
that?
a location we want to get back to, I can use the empty to get there. I've been here.
Also, I have one thing I want to try. Actually, if I cast another spell while I'm concentrating, does it make the spell go away I'm
No.
concentrating on? Okay.
Only if it's a
Yeah,
concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah, only if the other one is also a concentration spell.
I'm gonna go over. I'm just touching because there's the weird rock that Carrot can't rip apart, right? And then there's the rock that you can. I want to touch the weird rock that you can't do anything to, and I'm just gonna push like a cure wounds into it out of curiosity.
Okay. Alright, you push a cure wounds and nothing apparent happens.
Okay.
doing the inside of the outside section of that rock, I can't do anything to.
I was just doing the inside because I was figuring I'd try it. So I was just seeing if it was like it was react like the Lolathil remains down in the thing. So I was like, I'll pump a spell slot into it and see what happens, you know. So I was like, I'll pump a level 1 in and see if there's any reaction. And I'm assuming it does absolutely nothing. So I'll just be like, I'm just gonna try and reveal stuff, I guess.
I'm gonna do the quick and dirty. I'm gonna walk 10 feet inside the circle
Mhm.
and see if I can do anything to the rock there.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do the full distance.
No,
I
you
just-
cannot.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's not the same inside. My guess is probably solid the whole thing.
Corvus gives Echo a ration.
I think this is
Is this a
maybe
Carrick
similar
ration?
to the device.
A what?
Carrick ration.
He's made most of our rations, so yes.
Carrick, did you make
Eric
this?
made your rations? I had to buy mine.
I should say if people bought them at the inn, maybe probably
Yeah,
will sell them at the inn.
that's what
I
he's
didn't know the inn sold those.
I
I'll be
Ask him to
honest,
roll.
probably not. Ration
I'm
making
saying-
is a particularly different.
yeah.
It's drying.
No, it's just a bunch of dried fruit and.
I will
meat and
say-
crackers.
Carrick probably made his own ration. At
Fancy boy.
least some of them. He at least tried.
Carrick pulled out lembas bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Carrick
I
would not make
would
lembas.
eat that over the Lampus bread. Echo.
Echo's going to chew on this sadly.
Don't worry. The first thing Carrick made was a hardtack and beef jerky sandwich. Everybody told him never try that again. For those who have not had it, it will break a tooth.
Yeah.
I suppose we pick a spot to dig down.
I'm just digging around.
Okay.
Do we want to?
Would you like your shovel back?
You
I'm-
can use it if you want. I don't know.
Do we?
I
want
feel
to-
like it.
What,
Well,
Carrick?
Good. Sorry, provided.
nah, go ahead.
Do we want to dig on the softer side or try to dig through the hard part?
I'm purposely uncovering around the hard part because the hard part is the structure, as far as I can tell, or at least something of that. I'm seeing if there's any kind of a gap or opening, just see if we can go down a little bit. Like I'm gonna try and go 15 feet down.
Okay. 15 feet down. You go 15 feet down, and there still seems to be stone surface beneath you. However, you do notice that you are being made to ever so slightly curve outwards.
Mhm.
Like there is an angle here. It's just like so slight it might as well be vertical.
Mm-hmm.
And that's through the stuff I can damage, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's through natural stone.
Mhm.
I didn't try this. I'm just real quick. Acid splash on it. I'm guessing it reacts like normal stone.
Terrify me. I'm sitting here
Um,
trying to use
no, not
rebirth.
at you.
You're,
Not
you're
with you.
shooting acid.
If
you're
you-
in your own spot, okay?
Yeah.
Your acid splashing above, then yeah, you just see that sizzle of stone reacting with it. But at a certain point, there's just nothing that breaks down.
Yeah. I just wanted to see if it was particularly softer than normal stone, but it's not. So, I don't. Wait. Actually, do I have the ability to help with this?
All right. Did you want to go any further, Gifton?
See, I don't know how far from the peak the last window would be. So
Razio is sort of he's coming down with you because he's got his own stuff he can do.
Mhm.
He's gonna go. I have to push a bit further. One of the observation balconies was about. He rolls his eyes up as if like this is a long time ago to remember. 40 or 50 feet from the central peak of the tower.
all right, I'll dig that far then, because that'll be a bit.
Yeah.
Because I can do quite a bit in area, and basically I'm not able to like do anything directly to rocks. But if I shove the earth with rocks, it shoves the rock away. So I'm just shoving what is shovable away. I'm just
Right.
shoving everything's out. I'm just kind of churning it.
Then,
Hmm?
you hit the 40 feet mark, and you push a bit further past that, and immediately, like, there's some of this surface that just doesn't react to any of the spell work, right? You can't move it. It's apparently, whatever is unable to be broken through. Immediately, it looks different here. It looks solid black, like obsidian.
I'm going to.
And it's not like a join of material or such. It only changes.
I'm going to pour another spell slot into it and see what happens. Just curiosity.
Okay. You pour another spell slot into it, and there is a very faint reaction of light across the surface that then fades away. You note that reaction does like sort of spread out, and when it hits that line, you just don't see anything happening there. And once it actually passed that, Gifton.
Yep.
Actually, you don't have any form of true sight, do you?
I have true sight.
You have true sight? Gifton, you can see your own radiance again.
Huh. Rest.
Yes?
True sight works down here. You can see again. I hear on radio.
Strange enough, you can't hear on radio.
Huh. still can't hear anybody, but I can see again.
So we're below whatever effect?
It might be. So I don't know how much we want to play with this. Do we want to put a cap on it like Raz says and come back to it, or do you guys want to keep pushing on this one?
I think we should cap it because we don't want to risk it.
I will say my curiosity is getting the better of me, but
I mean, what if this is the first light tower that has to be lit?
Maybe better to do that in the future, just as a precaution.
How far in the future? When we have no time?
You mean where we're going forward in time before everything happens and reappearing?
Yeah, but then we're going to be focusing on trying to get ready to do that thing. I think is
maybe
what
we
Zelda's
should
saying.
just explore until we know the possibilities.
That might not be bad, because then if it's useful, we can use it later. If it's not, we can bottle it. I mean, we're not in a rush to get back to Zaha right now, are we?
I'm sure
you'll
Denoran's
get
having the time of his life.
I hope he didn't die.
Talal will not get any
Better.
terribly different.
Yeah. Everybody's being careful with their water, right? Don't drink your waters, kids.
Oh no. Cassie, what?
Corvus walks
That's
over to the
absent-minded
edge of
sputtering.
Corvus walks to the edge of the hole that I dug. So, what'd you find?
You can use True Sight down here. There's like a balcony.
Okay.
I'm trying to find an entrance. I guess I'll dig around all the way around it and try and find the entrance.
Yeah, we start digging until we find a door.
All right, we dig for a door.
Well.
That's what we do.
I'm going to go down there and
With
just
the
really
shovel.
help dig.
Corvus will pop down.
Carrick, you want to help with your dragon strength?
Yep.
Okay. I think eventually everyone's clambering down this hole once it's widened out enough.
In the hole.
Then the hole.
Get in the hole.
hole.
We're going to say it takes about 15 minutes of digging until you find a depression in the surface.
Oh, I find depression all the time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm walking depression.
Yeah, there
For real.
appears to be a doorway here, a rather large doorway at that. Strangely enough, about Scream Hayes in size.
So the tower was literally underground.
It wasn't underground back then.
It's currently underground.
It's like it's been thousands of years of being covered by stuff.
Well,
It
it
was
was rather
literally
immediately
awful.
covered up in the remaking of the world, but yes.
Ah,
I'm assuming when they tried to.
In fact, it
wash
should
away
have
all
been
sign-
buried further down. Is what is baffling me.
well, I mean, there's only so much space here to.
Gosh, I bet you whoever was in charge of burying this part of the continent didn't do a really good job. Wonder
Yes,
who that was.
likely father.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So open the door, please.
Okay. You find that there isn't actually a door to open. You just have to basically dig out the rock that is filling the doorway.
Mm.
But the moment you do that, there is suddenly space inside. And it is lit. You appear to be inside what would be, well, essentially the light-bearing section of a lighthouse. It is about the diameter of what's up top. You're not entirely sure why there's a crack up above, because there doesn't seem to be any apparent signs of that down here. However, there is a very faint glowing light in the center here. Appears to be coming from some sort of magical torch, and there are candles set around the perimeter of this room. You can see that at one point, sort of circling down, there is the beginnings of a stairway entrance.
There's my
Are the
greatest enemy.
Candles giving the light off or something?
That's
There's
the light in the center.
the,
The
the,
rude torch.
Yep. There's a sort of a strange magical torch at the center, which is set in front of what looks to be a carved wooden statue of Lalasil.
I have no idea who this is.
Do I recognize this person?
No.
I mean, if Gifton
Oh.
doesn't, you probably sure shit don't.
No. The female cloaked figure came to get me out of the beneath, and I was just wondering if the faces matched.
Well, you also don't remember any of that. You lost all your memories of what happened to you in the empty, or in the beneath.
Because
Remember?
of mental
You went insane.
trauma.
You've had that save where you went giggly, fell unconscious, and then woke up, couldn't remember anything about what happened other than that you got dragged in.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, you do not recognize this statue.
Yes, great.
Most of you
Doesn't
can.
look like me, right?
Oh, no, that's,
It looks a little like you.
that's right. You only saw the tiny scene.
I've only seen Tanya. Well, I've also seen every time I see Lalasil, she appears as me, so it's
okay.
not doing great things for my ego.
Yeah. It doesn't look like you, but like you know how an ancient descendant might have some similar features.
Mhm.
I think it has your chin.
It does bear a striking resemblance to Miracel. But it is standing there, sort of smiling, hands clasping what looks like to be a music sheet, as if it feels really lifelike, and you could almost just imagine it moving and starting to like give a little recital or something, or perhaps
Aw.
teaching a class.
How big is it?
It's around Goliath size.
Oh, so it's not a little statue.
No, not little statue. I mean little in the sense of like, it's not a great
Okay,
big.
because
Not a-
I was gonna
Yeah.
try and figure out how to get that in a bag of holding.
It's basically a
and take it away.
life-size statue.
Okay,
It's not
so
a
yeah.
Colossus of Rhodes,
No.
but it is definitely.
What is the exact purpose of these lighthouses? I've been told that they're beacons or anchors.
You must understand that there is a difference between what is being created and formed in the Feywild and what we plan to use, and Liss. Liss was the Yggdrasil.
Holy
This
site.
was the Grand Amphitheatre. This was the holy site. This was what filled people's hearts with hope. This was a marker for those returning home and setting out. This was just a representation
The-
of what she stood for.
The promise of what could be.
You have to understand that the Goliaths back then, they were very intrinsically linked to seafaring ways, and it worked its way into the religion. And thus, this lighthouse was their beacon of holy light.
Their way home.
Yes.
I'll feel the sadness creeping on, so I'm going to fly downstairs.
Um,
I want to inspect the music sheet.
Okay. You go to inspect the music sheet, and there is actually musical notes carved into it, along with what looks like to be lyrical annotation. And
an ancient language that none of us speak.
no, actually, it's actually in a old dialect, but it is what Baratheon is descended from.
Ye old Baratheon.
It's essentially a proto language for your continent. Most of you would think of it as, strangely enough, your common speech does descend from giant speak.
So I know both things that came from this.
Yeah. You could try and put it together. It's in the same way that we can tell other languages based on their Latin roots and so on. You won't have an exact understanding or perfect translation, but you could probably get the gist. And if you want to examine it, what you will find is a song of mourning and apology.
I am going to take out my book, not the one Miris gave me, but the one I already had,
Mhm.
and transcribe, or rather, pretty much copy
Okay.
without doing like a rubbing, but just
Yeah.
by eye.
Okay.
Corvus will follow Gifton downstairs.
Right. The two of you descend, and you have to use some light here if you don't have vision.
I'm actually gonna go get the angel halo going, so I'm just casting light.
Okay. Immediately, what you see sort of making your way down is the tower is widening as you're going down. You've entered a central staircase, and you can look down, really damn far.
It's like an open spiral.
It is there are rails, thankfully, but you can look over those, and yeah, it is open. Probably about 100 feet down. So this is a long winding staircase.
It's just a hollow column of a staircase about 100 feet.
Yes.
That's a lot of wasted room.
There is a lot of wasted room. It's like there was stuff here that isn't anymore. And you can actually tell that fact by the fact there are breaks in the stairrails that suggest that you would have stepped off to something.
But there's nothing there.
There's now nothing there.
All woodwork.
What there is, however, is art on the walls. I think most of you have seen illusionary images enough right now to know that there's just a certain way they play on surfaces. This isn't painted on or so on. There's no sort of texturing to suggest that. It is just a projected image from nothing.
Like one of those hollow cards.
Yes, sure. And
is it like depiction of stories, or is it?
It's a depiction of mostly Lalasil. There's some depictions of her people, mostly events that seem to involve her, grand visitations, that sort of thing. But in a lot of them, there is just the form of Miris apparently just looking on longingly.
Longingly?
Mm-hmm.
Knowing.
No, longingly. Longingly.
Aww.
And every now and then, you will see a poem accompanying these. And it's that same vague translation, but they all seem to play out the same tale. I'm sorry. I miss you. Remember this. You did great things. How can I live up to what you've done? I don't know what to do without you. And from the sense of that longing and loss, these were clearly done after the fall.
Oh, Maris, you were sweet. Oh.
Corvus will look at these, but continue to walk down to the bottom if Gifton doesn't stop him.
I'm just flapping on down with Angus.
You guys continue to.
Just stopping and looking at the pictures.
Yeah.
And reading the things.
Um,
Can Corvus actually see the picture? I guess he can, right?
Corvus? Yes, you can.
Okay.
Actually, oh my god, yeah, Corvus.
Oh yeah, he only sees true sight.
Yeah, no, because these are Miris' work, so they are
they're
beyond.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of empty frames.
Corvus,
Mm-hmm.
No. You see these.
Oh.
You're also like, it's not translating perfectly. In fact, it gives you a slight headache, but you're sort of getting suggestions of color.
That thing that you mystically can't see anymore. You're seeing color.
You can see Corvus.
It's almost it's like seeing something out the corner of your eye. If you focus on it too much, it goes to grey.
Yeah.
But if you let yourself just
yeah,
drift,
Uh-huh.
that's red. That's beautiful blue. That's the most vibrant yellow.
You probably didn't realize you missed color before you saw these.
Gifton will see Corvus occasionally, like side glancing on occasion as he's walking down.
Everything all right?
Yeah, just seeing colors.
Oh, I like color.
Yeah, that's quite lovely.
Up top.
This is oh, yeah, sorry.
Up top. They're descending down for quite a bit. Anything anyone else wants to do in this room? Or do you want to go down with them? Or what are you guys doing?
Archie probably get bored and then end up just following and catching up together too. Down
I'm
below.
gonna start checking around, just see if there's anything hidden.
Give me an investigation check. Okay. Yeah, you'll find something hidden. What you will find. Oh yeah. So you check around this room, and one of the candles isn't what it seems. You nudge it, pull it, and there you go. A twist pops open. A sort of hidden drawer worked into the stonework beneath it. And in that drawer are what appear to be a whole set of angelic blades and basically markers of office for the different pantheons.
The heck?
Like the why them the name, the
Like
first,
the badge I use for a prime.
like the badge of the first prime.
The
That's
prime.
it.
Like that.
Or-
There were no prime badges, but basically these would be different orders of angels. Like this would head up the seraphims and so on.
Are they from all different?
You can
gods?
see everybody but Mirisis is accounted for here.
Since I can write Enochian, is there any thing I can read on blades? Or
No,
on the badges themselves?
the blades appear to be unscribed. The badges don't have anything written on them. They are symbols.
They're just the symbols of the gods, I'm guessing. And
Symbols of the gods, and there are symbols that you think are just sort of artistic representation that is associated with certain offices and so on. Like on this Orlan symbol, there is a sort of folded and wrapped scroll, the Talan one, rather. The Orlan's one might have a hammer and a bolt,
Okay. And then they've got a symbol of like what order, like the Seraphim and such.
No, you think that these symbols actually mark the order.
Okay. And because I don't think any of us have ever asked this, do angel blades have shapes?
They do not.
Just exposed blade. How many blades are in this?
There are 1 second. By the way, I didn't expect you guys to come here. This was quickly scrabbling to find old files.
It's fine.
Supposed to find us a while ago.
Yeah. Let's see. There are 13 blades.
Well, we've been running panicked for so long, we never get a chance to
Uh-huh.
pick some old bleeds.
They're a lot to try to carry.
Also, I wouldn't want you to move them personally, but
I was gonna
you do what you do.
down to you, so
Yeah.
well,
I have to come up anyway.
Well, we think. We don't know what's gonna be at the bottom.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna
Garrett,
cap it, so we're hopefully gonna go back up.
What do I have? Carrick's going to put it back Like we close the
Mhm.
the six, and I am going to mark it. I just need to figure out what I'm marking with, and
Using a piece of chalk or something.
yeah, I've got something here. Figure it out. But
You
yeah,
have really
we
good
marked it.
memory. Why are you worried?
I would say this room is distinctive enough in its layout that you're probably in a better position.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if this was something that was definitely set up like this is going to be hard to remember.
No,
Okay,
no, you could remember this. Like
then-
you can remember
And also,
it's
you can just go around and start twisting all of the candles. You'd probably find it eventually.
And yes,
a lot of candles with their wax broken off at the base.
Yeah, and correction to head on down.
Okay.
And then after that,
Right, folks start heading on down. You can sort of catch up with the others.
I'm gonna hum the tune a little bit.
I found something hidden up there. Angel blades and I guess angel badges.
Oh, that's sad.
We've seen now quite a few angel blades. Have all the ones we've seen been always scribed with something?
No, a lot of the lower order either have blank blades or like there's been a lot of cases of very similar inscriptions.
Okay, but we have seen blank. That was the
You
thing
have
that
seen
was
blank
kinda throwing
blades,
me
yes.
off. Okay, I was thinking that these were like okay,
New.
yeah, like unused. They're from everything but Miris on the badges.
So even Lalasil?
Not Lalasil. No Lalasil, no hair.
Okay,
Not
yeah,
no
I
Lalasil,
guess-
no Hea, no Miris, right?
No mirrors, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Get so
so
surprised, no hair.
Yeah, I'm not
but
surprised. No Hea.
Garrett wasn't even gonna bring that one up because we all know.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
this is older.
that's interesting. I wonder if those are angel blades for ones that defected, or if those were angels for that were supposed to be here to help rip this up, or
Or they are used for maybe
Honoring the
his
fallen.
At first, I thought maybe they were blades.
clandestine
Mm,
acts.
maybe.
No,
I
swords.
I thought that they might be blades.
Thank you for laughing.
So until I looked at the badges.
Yeah, these this art is beautiful but sad.
Tune sounds familiar.
What sounds familiar?
I told you he was humming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
we'll-
will
we'll
be what wait, what song is that?
It was on the statue.
Can you sing a bit more? I don't know what it
The
is, but
character
it's
will do so.
yeah. You're able to do a pretty good representation of the music, and Raziel seems to zone out.
Yeah, we found a soft switch.
I'm gonna shake.
Raz.
Well, I can't shake Raz. I'm too little.
Raz.
You can kind of shake him.
Yes.
You shake Raz.
If Gifted
I-
tries, I will.
I can't. I'm writing dingus. I'm little.
You could like pull on his
Alright.
You're right.
shirt.
All right, I'm gonna land on him and then tug on his collar. Yes. Raziel.
There is the immediate sort of jolt of Raz, and then who would say apart from Gittin's closest to him? Who wants to volunteer?
Probably.
I'll do it.
I will. Cass
Wow.
has been quiet and just following along.
You know what? We'll give it a roll then. RG, Carrick, Cass in that order. Carrick.
I
Okay.
was just saying, I was calling
Yeah.
him also, so.
He jolts. He whirls round, and there is. It's a little actually confusing. There's suddenly a flat palm placed against your face, and like just a very gentle grip, and an intense look of focus on his face before he blinks and lets his hand drop.
Raz, what are you doing to Carrick's face?
I don't don't know.
That is not usually the way people caress Carrick's face.
How about maybe we don't that song anymore?
Corvus reholsters his revolver and continues walking down.
I am surprised Corvus did not take that opportunity.
Well, you seem to have an adverse reaction to that. Did you remember anything from it?
Nothing.
I'll be honest, that's a little worrying.
Yes, yes it is.
You don't have, like, words that compel angels to do things, do you?
Apart from magical incantations that your kind figured out, no.
Nothing that your fathers or mothers would enact?
Do you think I'd be aware of it if they had that kind of power?
I don't know.
Probably
Mostly
not. No.
Just to put that into your ear, I guess.
If they had that degree of control, then the rebellions would make sense.
Why would there be a song inscribed on a Lawless statue that makes a Mirror's Angel do that?
Whatever that was.
That they were the same
I mean,
person
that one.
at one point, so
I mean, not even being the same person. If he's been here, then he could very easily change the do stuff.
I think I just tried to kill Carrick. Only, not an angel.
Lovely.
Oh,
Intriguing.
so they don't sing that song anymore.
You continue downwards. And you actually pass, like, you could see, a surface at the bottom of this supposed tower, about 100 feet down. You've actually reached that level, and it appears to just be a sort of rounded bottom to this, and the stairwell continues down, only there's a slight dip in the floor and a doorway set into it, so let the stairs go down to this doorway.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
You mentioned a quick question as we were going down. You mentioned that stuff seems to not have been there. Is there any sign of what it was as we go down, or is it just?
I'm afraid apart
indentations or.
I'm afraid apart from these gaps in these railings, that sort of like the steps are a little wider there, as if like these are a sort of platform step off.
There's a suggestion that there would have been a room there, but the floor is gone.
Yeah, but unfortunately there is nothing there to indicate what it was.
And the walls are still there, right? The
exterior walls?
Do we see wall?
You mean the interior walls are gone?
No,
breaking the railing. That's all it is.
Yeah, no interior wall, just a breaking the railing. There is a big open, essentially, cylinder.
The architecture suggests that the break in the railing would go to something, but that something is gone. That's basically what it is.
Do we see the exterior wall of the tower?
Oh yes, yes, that is still there.
That's what I was wondering. Okay.
Yes, the interior walls are the ones that are missing.
Yeah, if there were, apart from the it might have just been platforms or something, but yeah, there's this door down here.
Might open that.
Corvus will give it a try, since he was probably the closest to it.
Okay. It opens easily. Apparently not locked down here.
Is it dirt?
No, it's not dirt. This actually leads into a chamber. Quite a grand one, rather large. About 40 by 60 across. And you've got to go down some more stairs, as it appears to be another sort of 40 feet in height. But you can hit the bottom of this chamber, and it looks like this continues off into other structure, and you can see other doorways around. It might be like the sort of Tower of the Lighthouse was on the side of a structure, or like the top off to a certain direction,
A side building
Yes, essentially.
or a complex. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically part temple in itself. But you can see this is a room that has some use. There's actually what looks like to be tabling in here. There's some furniture, just a couple of chairs. They do.
Used, or is it like covered in dust and grime?
It's very, very clean in here.
If it's very, very clean, then that
Yeah.
also suggests something.
The furniture looks like it is of the make of Miris's land. Has what we would call an Eastern styling to it. And there are more pictures around. These appear to depict current, air quote for this time, events.
Has everyone followed Corvus into the room?
Yeah.
I would assume
I was
so.
asking you to open the door.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hmm.
Corvus is going to stop. We should leave.
Why?
Think about it. If Miris is hiding in some place, this may be a good location for it, and we are just walking around willy-nilly.
Oh my lords and ladies. Do you think that we could hide the fact, Samiris, that we've been in here? You know how many little triggers and bells and whistles that amazing little god probably has?
It just dawned on me, and I'm not feeling too keen on going any further.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
You won out then. All right.
Sorry, in for a bronze, in for a platinum. I guess would be the equal.
Anybody else think that we should stop and head back out?
Well, if we've alerted him, we've already alerted him.
I mean, we might not have, but
We're in here already.
we are pretty deep.
And if you think this is one of the lighthouses we need, might as well check it while we're here. And
I mean, I can definitely do something to this building. I would like to know if it's useful in any way before I decide if I'm doing anything to it.
He did warn us, but let's continue, I suppose.
No, what do you mean about the warning? I want to hear you out.
When we were in his place, he warned us about meeting him, right?
He said that he wouldn't know we were on his side.
Exactly.
Yes. And that is true for anyone we meet right now. And that was true for when we redo time, they won't know that we're on that person that we talked to won't exist in that way. They won't remember that conversation. That was what they were cautioning us about. I don't know if they were cautioning us about any interaction that we do here because they wouldn't have the foreknowledge that this could happen.
And right. He didn't expect us to wander around his hiding hole.
Because we hadn't time traveled yet, so
Yeah.
they wouldn't know. So that warning might not specifically be about this, but it is fair to say that that's true. But I will say, if Miris is lurking around down in here, which Miris can do whatever the hell they want, they're also going to notice that their son is here. And their son is somewhere else also. It's going to give pause.
All right, but we are in this. We are in this. Let's continue.
I think it was more a warning that we could not rely on the relationship that we have built up.
I don't think we can rely on any of the relationships right now.
Yes.
Character, look at the. You said there's art here, but it's of
There's
things.
current.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any ones of Raz?
Yes.
Would we know it's Raz?
Yes.
It does say Raz on his shirt.
Actually, it does have there is a Nokian writing here. And you can tell that this is depicting Raziel simply because it's describing such.
Okay.
at first there seems to be what does it say? Remember the loss you cause. Remember the hurts to your favorite sons. And then there are depictions of Raziel and Lucifer. Mostly acts of them killing, torturing, other clandestine actions. You can see what appears to be the destabilization of a civilization that was forming on Barast. You can see that there is a depiction of what appears to be this very room, and there is Raziel, hand on some poor Goliath's face, who appears to be burning.
Is this a familiar
Hand on face.
hand on face?
It does really appears to be what he was trying to do to you.
Whatever you attempted to do there did not work.
The very final,
This-
Raziel has gone pale, and he's just saying, I don't remember any of this.
I think that answers the questions about whether or not he can control you without you knowing it.
The very final piece of art appears to be Raziel lunging at Miris with a blade and being intercepted by Lucifer.
I think that also answers why you do not remember.
Yeah, I don't think you're being controlled. I was blocked out.
Oh my.
All the thing.
No wonder you two have a really nasty sibling rivalry.
I have a feeling that he probably doesn't remember it either.
Excuse me. And Raziel's just going to sit down at the bottom of the stairs.
Still
I would
here,
nudge.
so-
Archie's just gonna kind of reach down to the and go pat on the shoulder.
Pat. It's okay. Pat.
Why don't we just take a minute? I mean, yeah.
In this room, there appears to be there's a table with a range of colourful stones on it. There is what looks like to be some kind of forge, along with a forge in the sense of, you know how you have carved stone to pour metal into to create specific shapes.
For casting.
Yeah,
Casting,
Casting
yeah.
molds.
Casting molds.
Yeah. Appears to be that. And on the sort of other side of the room, a bit like further away from you guys have landed in, appears to be a large under construction machine.
Is the casting molds, can we see the reverse of what they are?
Yeah. Well, you can see these indents and so on. Appears to be strange shapes, parts.
Parts of the quote-unquote machine.
Perhaps.
We'd have to examine the machine closer.
Yeah. This does not appear to be entirely of just technological nature. Most of you can see signs of magical artifice. There are parts that have like inscriptions on them. There's some more esoteric materials worked into certain parts of it.
Oh, someone's busy.
Do we want to risk any spell casting?
I don't think you can risk anything worse than we've already done. Go ahead.
I'm gonna cast detect magic on the stuff.
Okay. You get no magical feedback from anything, even the things that clearly should be magical.
Okay, so
I think we're in the null zone here.
Yeah.
It's why he's down here. Why this is all down here.
I mean, notably, you can still see, certain true sight things. You can see stuff on other people, but everything in here seems to have like very specific wording on it.
Oh, those other floors are probably still there.
Hmm.
Maybe.
Test fate.
No, don't test fate, but think about it.
Karen reaches into the quiver, pushes the button, extends the collapsible rod, could poke
What are you poking at?
No, I'm holding it out. Going. We
He's
could
just saying that he could.
see
poke
it.
No,
it
I'm
in
just
the
I'm
air.
saying that it's a mirrorless illusion. So of course you'll think that you're pushing through it no matter what, right? So you'll think you're gonna fall, but it might actually be there because why isn't there a bunch of rubble everywhere, right? It's weird.
You're right. So when one of us steps out where it should be,
And then
starts
fall.
falling, Gifton's just gonna keep yelling, "It's a really good mirrorless illusion!"
Shit, it's a perfect illusion.
Uh,
You're fine.
Oh, I guess just gonna shake her head. Yeah, you're right. It's dumb.
Nope, Archie's already got up floor to one of those landings and is just gonna fucking do the thing, just step out onto air.
Are you're going to go back up and step out onto... Alright, is
Bye.
anyone going with Argy?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay,
Probably wasn't paying attention to that.
Alright.
I've decided
see
to
what
pull
we're
out the mirror's book.
Cassie and Argy. You head on back up, and I assume you're probably going to go for what is the lowest one.
Yeah.
But it's okay, about 20 feet up from the up the stairwell. Argy, you just step on out.
I'm giving RG a rope first, just in case.
Archie's not even bothering. You've seen her
Archie.
survive
Test.
falls before.
Test faith.
Okay,
Test of fate.
so no rope.
Cassie trying to be
Nope.
reasonable. Archie having none of it.
Alright,
Wholesale.
Cassie,
Yes.
Argy vanishes in flame. You hear a brief scream of pain as she turns to not even ash. It just seems to flake away, and even that disintegrates. Argy, you step into a room.
I was right! Vindication!
RG's dead.
Can I pop my head back out?
Notably, there appears to be a sealed wall behind you now, Argy.
Oh no, we're in this situation again.
Well, I mean,
gonna walk
she
into
knows
that.
where she's walked from.
Yeah.
No, she unfortunately is in a heaven now.
What do you want to do, Argy?
I'm gonna walk straight into the wall.
Okay.
I can't admit I'm gonna try and go back out it.
Argy,
Mm-hmm.
you step out back onto the stairwell.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay, RG's revived.
I just heard a scream from downstairs. That's all
Uh-huh.
we heard.
Upstairs.
Yeah, from upstairs.
Okay. Am I able to see Cass and everything's fine, or is it I'm in a different stairwell?
No, you're able to see Cass and everything's fine.
Okay. I just go. Yeah, it's room there.
Yeah, that's a really horrific illusion.
What happened?
You should
Cass
run
is gonna
through and
walk
show
through.
Cass.
Yeah, demonstrate,
This is
Cass.
where we're gonna find out that missing part of your soul makes it so it doesn't happen.
Cass is just going to walk through and
Yeah, Argy, you watch Cassie, like, basically it looks like she has been enveloped by an angel's radiance, and she just screams and disintegrates in the most horrible fashion.
I'm just gonna go. That is a good illusion. He's aware now.
That's pretty cool.
Well, it just occurred to me. Miris did everything to keep this tower intact. They wouldn't tear apart the center. Unless the center is someplace where like a big power thing would be shooting through all the way up to the light, but there's no sign of that, right? So it's like
Yeah, Archie's
the
just gonna
rooms
yell
are
down the
there.
stairs. Archie's just gonna yell down the stairs. We found the rooms. It has an illusion that makes you look like you died.
Splendid.
I'm glad I'm right about some things.
Many things.
Cass is actually going to stand still and look around the room and take it in.
Alright, so, this room appears to have a sort of circle of this same stone that the outer structure is made of, running around the edge of it, as if like this is its own inner catwalk. But then the material in the center of the room is clearly different. It looks wooden, maybe added after the fact or something. As I'm just going to say, actually, yes, there was a big center of energy that would shoot up through the center of this tower, and there were little catwalks you could walk around on. But these have been repurposed. In the center of this room appears to be a sort of archway just sort of sitting in the middle. The middle of it just lets you look through to the other side. There is inscriptions on this archway. And on the floor beneath it, is a symbol for. Actually, no, they're all in here. Sorry, having to go through my notes. Along the edge of this room are multiple archways that each have inscriptions along them, and the symbols for each of the gods, Sans, Miris, Hea, and Lalasil, written, emblazoned on the floor in front of them.
Is there an unknown symbol, by the way?
There is not.
No, Loris.
Okay.
There is no Loris symbol nor gateway. And there is no Lalasil gateway nor symbol. Nor Hea nor Miris.
Oh, this is not good. Cass is going to come out.
Reverse screaming.
Cass is going to come out, look at Archie, and go, I think this is bad.
I mean, probably.
I don't know what's going on in there, but just the way the layout is just screaming to my mind. After everything we've been told, this is the centerpiece of all that.
Archie's just gonna kind of shrug and go, "Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't sound like anything good people have found the last year's really been stellar or great, strictly."
Okay, no, I'm good. I'm good.
You okay? Pat?
Ratio was just standing up again.
Oh.
There's other doors in the bottom room. Or
Yes,
is it just one chamber?
there are other doors down here.
Well, I'm no Saxon, so I don't know what to make of this machine.
Also, keep an eye out for secret tunnels.
Secret tunnels, secret tunnel.
Carrick's gonna start searching around.
It strikes me kind of weird that this really has more of a Miris flair to it than a Lalasil flair to it.
It's in her memory, but it's probably.
Well, I
his
mean,
lair.
I guess I really don't know what Lalasil stuff was like. Did Lalasil
This
have
was-
a lot of the same thing?
The architecture's right, but the material's wrong. It was a bright, beautiful place.
So imagine this:
I think this is
Someone
an edifice. This is made in her memory.
someone builds a complex for themselves, but wants to put something on the highest pillar, something that they revere, something that they truly honor. That would be Lalasil.
Also, the
on
scale
top.
seems wrong.
What is this? What do you mean?
It feels smaller than it should.
Oh, I guess if it was Goliath-sized furniture, it would be bigger.
I think he means the whole tower.
The whole tower, yes.
Is it too small?
I think it is. You're asking me to remember a long time ago, but
Could it be something with what it is? I mean, its original. If this is the lighthouse, its original creator at the point was gone. May have.
the lighthouse wasn't made by her. It was a Goliath-made structure in her image, and she empowered it.
Maybe this is a copy.
Or with her gone, the empowerment away.
Surely it wouldn't shrink it, though.
I mean, you may have, but did you see it before it was empowered?
There's nothing wrong with little things.
no. No, little things are just fine.
Yeah.
Do you
Maybe
mean
empowerment changed it by size and other stuff?
RG's at this point going to be walking up because went back down to go see what they're doing.
width and height, or always?
If it's smaller than it seems, and you got the person who is taking care of it's the god of illusions, doesn't that kind of go two and two together?
There's also that.
I'm guessing I find nothing special with the 25.
You investigating down here?
Yeah.
Maybe they had to make it more compact because they couldn't hide it well otherwise. I don't know. What are they
Maybe it
making?
is for your people.
My people. My people don't even exist yet.
I meant theirs.
Oh,
The shorter ones. Gesturing at Corvus.
I'm nearly as tall as you, except for your stupid horn.
And Carrick, his 25 investigation doesn't reveal anything new. However, if you want to rifle through the desk stuff, you can,
That
basically,
would
how much do you want
be-
to disturb stuff is what my question is.
I was not going to start digging, but I was going to start looking at the things on the desk closer to see if I recognize
Okay,
what they are.
I'm afraid you don't.
Can I tell if are they the shape of any of the molds?
The fingers on the desk? No.
Yes. Okay. So not what was molded.
With that, though, I will tell you, you found gems of different colors, and they do coincide with the number of the gods that have been on display in every other aspect here. So, the Sans, Miris, Hair, Lalasil.
The stuff on the table,
The gems, yes.
table.
as I'm going to put on my ring. I'm going to hop off Raz. I'm going to put on my ring of human perfection because I've had time to retune. And I'm going to take out a piece of parchment paper. A fresh one. Don't worry, it's not anything special. And a quill and ink, and I'm going to sit at the desk real quick, and I'm just going to write something really quick. I'm writing "Hi, brother," and then just leaving that on the desk.
Let's fuck with things.
I mean, logistically, it might have already been something we did.
Yeah.
Like out of character.
Yeah, we haven't been here in the future, so we have no idea what different.
But we haven't done.
My guess
just gonna look and go.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Blackie. Miris is a reminiscing sort about lovely things. He's not the sort to leave his plans laying around.
Yeah, I know. Oh no, I was actually because Gifted had said, keep it out for secret passages.
No, there's no secret passages. I mean, you can check the doorways and such in here. They appear to open up to like rooms that are unfinished, empty, or just meld directly into rock.
Yeah, Corvus is doing that. He's kind of just popping into these side rooms, seeing what's in them.
Part of me wants to say he had already started working on the plans at this point. I mean, he's got stuff for all the gods except for himself, Lalasil, and Hea.
Yeah, it's probably some sort of crazy god machine for sucking everything up or whatever. This is probably where he's doing all of this really secret shit. Oh wow!
So,
probably extremely well guarded for that reason.
We're just gonna roll up in the modern time and knock on this front door, say hello.
We'd recognize glass casting, like glass molding things, right?
Yeah.
That's something that would be doing. This is no resemblance to that.
Not that you can see.
Yeah. Does it actually have wood or something in the forge part? Is there something I can look and see that there's fuel?
There does not appear to be any apparent fuel.
Okay.
I'm gonna start singing that song, not the one from upstairs, from Lalasil's Heaven. So I'm just curious if anything reacts to it, since there seems to be something about music here.
All right. You start to sing the song from Lalasil's Heaven, and suddenly the room lights up. The walls turn to white, and everything seems grander.
Everyone roll for Constitution.
It's it's the suggestion that it should be bigger. A sort of feeling that it imparts. It's not physically bigger though.
Mm-hmm. I just look over at Raz and go, since you said it looks like it's smaller than it should be, so we tried looking on the other side of that wall. She's gonna point to one of the other walls.
No, I have not.
Yeah, I mean, we might be being funneled in to believe that this is as big as it is, right? These outer walls might not actually be here.
Yeah, I mean,
essentially,
just be that thing inside the thing type stuff.
Oh, I'm gonna go try and slam into a wall.
Okay. How much faith are you putting into this?
Platform 9.
I'm gonna hurt myself, is what I'm doing.
Okay.
It's going full force.
You sort of jog at the wall, and then hit the
Ow!
wall.
All right, well that didn't work. So you know what that means? Faye, try again.
I meant, like,
You
dig or
missed.
remove it, but fair.
What are you gonna do?
RG, just gonna say, I meant dig or remove it, but fair.
I mean, it might just be an illusion. So, okay, whatever. I'd have to cast that spell again.
If it was an illusion and we dig a hole, wouldn't that undo the illusion? I'm gonna make an Arcana check.
It's a really good illusion.
That's it.
Just because I don't know
So,
if like in a regular illusion
With
magic effect would
with a
actually
regular
work.
illusion, yeah, that would probably disrupt the illusion as you quickly discover it's not real. With Miris's capabilities,
we don't know.
I could slam into a wall.
So with regular illusion, if we dug a hole, it would fail because we then know it's not. God of illusions, who knows? Look over at Raz because he might actually.
listen, with my father's work, we could still be standing on top of this blasted structure and thinking we've gone down into it.
Oh yeah, we could literally just be standing amongst a bunch of trees right now, and there never was a structure to begin with, right?
Essentially.
Roll to disbelieve.
I've decided to start flipping through the Mirrors book.
Okay, you're looking for the book Miris gave you.
Yep.
Okay. Unfortunately, it's not going to do anything here.
Do we want to go back up and? Because we heard them yell that there's a room. Yeah, they came. Do we want to go up and?
And RG
see
came
if
back
we-
down and probably stayed again.
Well, there's probably a bunch of rooms on the way up. Maybe we should just start heading back out, because we haven't been able to get into these other rooms, right? There aren't
Head
any
up,
other rooms
check
at
'em
the
as we
bottom.
go, and then
You've been able to open up the doors down here, but it's either empty rooms, or like rooms that like melt straight into rock.
Yeah, the room's
and
down at the bottom.
I think you would have told us, Raz, but none of this stuff is something you've seen in your wider travels for similar things, like the machine.
He does stand up and he comes over to the bench where all the stuff is, and sort of looks it over, shakes his head. Then he looks over to the forge and he actually frowns a little and goes, "Actually, does that look familiar to you?"
Does it look like the forge we know about?
It
The one we
looks
made?
an awful lot like Talal's design.
well, someone had to give it to him, right? From what you told me.
Do I try casting something in and see what happens? Something small, just to see if anything powers up.
Sure.
Just gonna
I don't.
try. Nope. Just shifting.
No, go ahead. I'm just gonna write some more on this paper. 1 second. You go ahead. Do your thing.
Gonna just
Writing extra on my paper.
because I figured I've learned how to channel energy without actually using it as a definitive spell, just to like try to charge this type of thing, right? From learning how to make forge.
You just
Yeah.
discharge a spell
So,
slot.
I'm
right?
gonna-
Slots
yeah.
of
I'm
pumping in
going
the crew.
to use. I'm gonna put enough for a second level spell slot into it.
Okay. Right.
Just see
The
if
forge
anything happens.
activates. It is that same strange cold fire that appears, and it's the forge that you used.
How?
Which makes Raziel frown, and he looks over at the metal machine. I don't think it's made from that.
You don't think it's made from that? So that means
No, he
that-
says he's sort of doing that in the questioning. You don't think it's made from that, do you?
You mean
Kit-
the thread of
We had to
time?
use the forge to do anything with that material, so
How would Miras have that much of that? Oh no! Do you think that the fact that we got the metal at all?
it's all been a game.
Wow.
Not really
So
game.
that
probably
big
just
boulder we
normal.
got wasn't really just from the dreamer, it was just from Miris?
Or if the dreamer could give it to us.
Then the dreamer gave it to
Yeah.
Him.
Miris?
Are there runes glowing now that it's powered?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I've got my notebook back since the forge was finished.
And I wrote down what I added to the paper.
Notably revealing, these runes are using the Saharan form of Arcana.
Are they the ones we learned from
They are indeed.
Talal? Okay, so they are the same.
So we're about to find out that Talal was mirrors all along. Got it.
It's fine. We'll have a friendly neighborhood Miris for a little while at least. So I'm gonna look. He was casting. So that none of what we did was melting and redoing. It was just shaping, was it?
Yep.
So he's melting. Can I see what the shape like?
I mean, logistically, we could have melted. We just didn't.
Yeah, but I'm
I
wondering
mean,
what.
they kind of molded things into making the badges and stuff like that, and they all had like strange ornamentations to them. So I mean, there's a little bit of that, right?
Mhm.
It's not true melting; it's doing a weird shaping, though.
Softening.
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
can do
but
you could do that with a mold too, as you soften something and put it in a mold to get the shape. So I feel like we definitely have found something here. I think given what we know about this, I guess this isn't going to be a safe haven for us.
Probably not.
Because I would expect that Miris probably checks here fairly regularly, what with the disturbance of the ground overhead and this little project. So probably only if they were distracted by something going on would they not look here for very long. Because this is something they don't want any of the other gods seeing, right?
Clifton.
Yeah.
You got paper out to write on, right?
Yeah, I was writing stuff.
Do you keep all of your paper together?
Yeah, I do.
Clifton. There is a scribbling sound.
Huh.
From
Is
your,
anybody else writing something?
your little scrap of paper.
You mean my many pieces of that paper? Because I have the part that's ripped off and the regular piece and the other piece.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm gonna go flip that. Go find that piece of paper that's making the noise.
It just says 10 minutes until he arrives.
Huh. Grandson's back.
Okay.
And there's gotta
We
be.
have
Anything useful?
10 minutes till Miris arrives.
Hmm.
I believe.
Time to go.
How long did it take us to get to the top of the tower, or bottom of the tower?
It's going to take you a lot longer to run up, I'll tell you that.
I think we may have to exit a different way.
Where are we gonna go next? Are we?
I can't use my stuff until I get to a tree.
I can.
Okay. Well, we
So I'm
should
asking,
go
where are
back
we
to
going?
Zaha, but weren't we going to cap this?
We can't
Do you want
cap
me-
this in 10 minutes.
I mean,
Took us
I mean,
hours
it's
to do.
very obvious that there's an opening at the top right now.
Yeah.
Then
At 10
perhaps,
minutes.
Father finds that there is a breach and he does something about it and we are none the wiser and it gets covered back up.
Yes, he would likely cover it up for us.
Oh, good plan. Good plan. Okay, so, Carrot, how many people can you teleport at once?
Is it 9?
Question.
I think it's around 10, isn't it?
Oh, I also have circle, which takes a minute. I can do.
Yeah,
that,
but
two more.
You got a minute.
Me and up to 8 willing.
Yep, so you got enough.
So it's the
I'm
same.
good. Let's go.
Okay.
So-
All right, cast teleport, please.
Where exactly are we teleporting? Do I need?
Outside the town, please. Outside the town that's in the Tulian Empire that we were at. Maybe over by
See.
where we had the door. That'd be cool.
I will. I'm pretty sure I can pull up where the door was when we went through mentally.
Just outside Sahar. Not Sahar, but
Julia.
Julia.
Yeah.
Okay. You can try. I'm gonna say this would be a scene casualty on the teleport chart.
Okay.
I can't say that you're very familiar with the area. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
We could always just go through the empty. We've been to that location. I can get back to that location.
In the right time?
Should be.
He's been there before, so he's seen
Yeah.
it. He's
I've
seen it in
seen the
current time.
time. I've seen the time that we need to be in. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but do we really want to be traveling through the empty, especially right now? Because
Hey, Corvus.
Mhm.
Guess what you can't see in here?
Yeah, I was just saying.
Great. Never mind.
It's actually
Oh.
rather notable that there are none of those points and threads that you use.
As he's saying that, I was like,
That sudden twitch of
fuck.
this is why the gentleman never got in here.
Yep. All right, Carrick. You're the
Tunnel.
option. Let's
Okay.
go.
Yeah, because I don't unfortunately have a more specific route anyway.
This is sealed
so,
against lots of things, except people with shovels.
I'm going to actually bring up the teleport, and if you want to roll the D100, because that is really badly.
No, you can roll the D100. I'll just tell you what happens.
Okay, because I was just saying that's really badly formatted there. On the.
Basically, if you
roll.
roll below 25, that's when we have to pay attention. Okay, you're fine. You're on target. Alright. You all snap back to Sahar, appearing pretty
Oh,
damn.
it's hot.
Yeah. Oh man, that is such a drastic change.
Here, have some water.
we had a long
thank
rest.
you.
So Cass
Oh, man, I'm
actually
so
did attune
thirsty.
To that amulet.
Thank you.
You guys didn't get a long rest, so you got a
Have
short rest.
Yeah, short rest.
Oh.
Yeah, but you could have attuned during that time.
I'm
Treatment
attuning
takes
and
now.
I'm using the thing.
Hey, you're Trixie
Right.
now.
Yeah, I am because as was stated, I am horse beast.
Yes.
Well, we're also outside of
Yeah.
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
And
Cass.
Cass goes face first into the sand.
Also, Cassie's also like 4'6" from being like 6 foot.
Cass. It's unstable and it's a way quicker trip down.
Trixie does not like this.
So you all appear in Sahar,
What's gonna happen?
sudden heat, and then there's a onto the ground.
grabbing.
Archie's gonna look at her, have that realization of she's shorter than Archie, and start laughing.
Grabbing the top hat.
Disguise is back on, everybody.
Shorter than you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Distance is nothing a wide wingspan can't overcome. And what is the check again?
It's acrobatics.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight
sleight
of
of hand.
hand, yes.
Gift is gonna look around, weigh her options, think about what the hat does very intently, and
Mhm.
realize that she's going to turn into a pseudo dragon and then go perch on Raziel's
Very nice.
shoulder. Because I can turn into a drow this big.
Dingus,
Yeah, go ahead.
Dingus is bobbing his head excitedly.
Yep.
It's actually one of the best. It's actually a
We're
very
just gonna
good.
do her quick flourish and ta-da with the hat.
Snap the hat and then roll it up to his head. Medicum.
I'm just gonna sit there and listen on Angel Radio quietly.
Hey, Angel Radio is active again.
Oh, good.
So you don't want
Cassie's
any of this
going to try
water.
to get back to her feet and promptly fall backwards.
Me, 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 me.
How
Baby's first step.
Trixie wonders how you all do this.
Me.
And I don't think you have to talk in the third person.
Ah,
Trixie isn't talking in third person.
Yeah, absolutely are.
Dingus lets out a strange sound that you've never heard before. It's more like a honk.
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 okay, here you go.
Oh no, he's turned into goose.
Num 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 water. Num 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 water.
I only have one water skin, so
Yeah, but this is that thing where you offer one thing to one pet, the other one's a certain.
No, that's not the problem.
It's the time. It's a young youth water. He's
Yeah, I
giving
know.
you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
So
Biggest and gifted thirsty.
great. Gifton, do you talk as a pseudo dragon, or can you actually talk?
Circles.
Wonderful.
Mirror,
Triangle.
you know that answer. She is
I
an
was
actual
just wanting to
pseudo
make
dragon at
sure
this point.
because of the hat thing. It's
Circles,
You
triangles,
not a-
oddly
she
detailed
didn't-
apple.
Use her hat. She wouldn't be that
Frankly,
size if she was.
Dingus is better about communicating ideas than this woman Gifton is.
it is literally just a triangle. It's like what?
The thing is,
Dingus
I don't
has
know. I
more
have the Buddha.
experience.
I have telepathy, but I don't know if my telepathy actually works versus my empathy.
Oh, it would work.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm just gonna.
You
be
might
an
not be
asshole
aware
and
that it
say-
works, but
I'm gonna be an asshole and said triangle because that pleases me.
So Gifton said that grandson is back. So that's a curiosity.
Oh wait, this water is.
We're not. No, don't drink the water.
A little too late.
Grandson. He was the most forward version of the dreamer. Was that correct?
Define.
We have no idea.
Was from what our interactions were.
mean,
essentially, he is he back or is he never gone? Perhaps maybe he's having to be picky on when it interacts.
It is
Maybe.
that too. We're separated from his time, and he is of all time. So
maybe it's like the Sphinxes and only cannot interact multiple
Gifton's
times. at the same
meeping a
time.
lot and then spreading wings out very dramatically.
Yes, you're
during
very
the
pretty.
talking.
Raz says, just giving you a little pet.
I'm not sure if meeps are just literal meeps or she's actually trying to communicate. Corvus smiles.
Dingus is going to flash to you talking nonsense.
Yeah, I figured.
Mummy Dragon, very dumb, but love Mummy Dragon anyway.
It's adorable.
So Cass is going to try yet again to get to her feet.
Cass, come on. Offer his arm.
Cass will take it. Trixie does have a
Slowly.
question though. Why is it so drafty?
We're outside.
Well,
I mean, the
Does that
thing.
provide her with
It gives
clothes?
you an
I should say
outfit. You're in
price
Trixie's
tag.
outfit.
you're in an outfit.
Oh, I was figuring it was Cass's outfit. And Cass doesn't
No.
wear pants.
No,
I mean,
it changed my outfit.
As
last
Cass,
time.
you are more drafty.
Yeah, you're
It's
just as
actually-
drafty. That's actually just as drafty for Cassie if Cassie didn't have pants on. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it changed my outfit every time. So I'm assuming it changed your outfit.
Seriously, how do you walk on two? This
One foot in front of the other.
This
Just
is
like walking with four.
this is like beyond wobbly.
Just
It is an inefficient system, I agree.
okay, Mr. Whatever.
Actually, Cass, you will quickly find that you will adjust because, like the priestess amulet, these
That
do
allowed
come
you
with
to
a
do the
innate sense of form.
Oh yeah,
That'll quickly kick in.
initial.
It's just Cass is enjoying the weirdness of being bipedal.
This is the most protection I can offer you. I'm actually giving away some of my protection because this was masking me.
All right. Which way? Where are you guys heading? Back to town. Where? Are you?
We have to get our carriage because we never got one.
Yes.
We came out to initially investigate. We found the tower. We turned around. We camped for the night. So yeah,
and then
we need to get our
then
carriage.
we went and got water because we knew that we can't resurrect Talal without it.
Yeah.
Basically.
Did you guys want to retrieve Denoran before you got carriage, or are you leaving him? Yeah.
To
Oh,
his
for the days.
pleasures.
I don't. I guess if you guys see Denoran, if you want to ask him if he wants to come with now that we're going like the day later, or
Yeah.
or if he wants to stay there.
Out of character,
If we
I think
can
leaving
find
him,
him.
out of character, I want to say I think leaving him's the best option for some reason of if we need to make a quick retreat like we've had to twice today already, we are at the upper limit of our teleports on both.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I mean, we're out of teleports, so
Yeah, but I mean, like if we have rests or anything like that.
Yeah.
We don't have
Pointing that we are
don't
at the
have the
upper limit.
capacity.
Also, you're not out of
Yeah.
teleports because you got red still.
And you got
Well,
me.
no,
Yeah.
the amount of people we
Yeah,
carry
I
in a
that part I know,
teleport.
but
Yeah.
yeah, no, I was actually talking about teleports because I can only cast it one.
I can cast it several more times. So
But we need a plan.
so
All right,
Fast
so
escape.
Well,
are
I
we
guess it
all
was a
going
wish.
back as a group, or
No,
are we
yeah.
going to stay a group out here? What?
I'm not sure if it is best for me to go back in, given the
You're the scorpion.
attention I
gods.
drew.
Yeah.
perhaps just a couple of us go in to secure carriage then, and
Who did someone make the purchase of the carriage?
no.
No,
So we have
I'm I'm not talking while we're there because I don't want to give away.
Right. So I can't talk in Ancient Saharan.
Cass is now the one that is actually forcibly speaking in Agent Saharan.
RG's just gonna roll around and go, I'll go get a fucking cart. And she's gonna start walking towards the city.
I'll go
Thank
with
you.
her.
I'm,
Right.
Cass, go with her. You're the one that can talk.
Alright, so the
Everyone's
More
gonna
dismissively, RG's the one who also does not know her way shit for fuck around town.
right, so
That's the time then.
RG, Cassie, by extension, Raziel, and by extension, Dingus and Gifton are heading into town. Marcus, you, Corvus, Telde, and Carrick staying out.
Yeah.
probably the best bet.
Yeah. Okay.
We can't talk the language, so we might as well just stay quiet out of the way.
Alright.
Corvus, do you need a drink?
No.
All right, I will put this away.
It's actually Telde's regular water.
No, he already said he doesn't have any regular water.
What we are going to do is, I would just like one of you to take the lead. Actually, do you guys heading together, or are you going to split up to find a carriage?
I think getting in together is our best bet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like one of you to take the lead on a investigation check.
What's your bonus?
Me.
9.
Cool, it's you.
Me.
I
Oh,
don't understand meep.
Raziel has a 60.
Oh,
Me.
well.
Me.
Not one of those where we could have the option. I assumed it was just the two of us who were the option.
It's one of the things where, as a DM, I don't want to give you the option, but frankly, it's fair if you did get it. So.
Mm-hmm.
17 will do though. You do have to wander about a bit. Even with disguises on, just because of how you act, you don't fit in culturally. It does put some people on edge, and you do bump into some traders that just don't want to deal. But after a little bit of wandering, you do actually find somebody that is willing to hire out a carriage to you. They expect a rather large sum for it, but you will get it back if you return to them. Essentially, here's the deposit.
Gibson will, of course, when the money starts getting discussed, start going through Dingus's saddlebags and start producing gems. So I don't know how much we have to pay, but I've got gems.
Your Sword of the Dragon is taking stuff out of the other Sword of the Dragons. Oh, how well trained they are. You are very clever, aren't you?
Wiggle my tail. And do that little thing like wanting head pat.
The head pat, Dingus and
Going
Gifton.
to head pat.
Right, okay, so it is 100 gold. You will get 50 upon your return, yes?
Sounds good.
Marvelous.
Very well.
And,
If
you'll give me
a gem that I have finished for
give me 15 minutes to get the beast hooked up. There's a nice cafe just down the street if you wish to wait.
Me.
Oh, good. We'll wait for you over there.
And they go to get things set up for you. It is heading over towards this cafe that you actually catch sight of Denoran. He is sitting at a table, talking with a young woman. He's clearly talking in, modern Saharan, which does not really translate. But she seems to be giggling. It's more this sort of charismatic flair to him that's carrying this forward. And
I'm just gonna fly over and land on his shoulder and start doing that, excited parrot love on somebody.
Trixie's going to literally grab a chair and slide in next to him.
Archer's going to do the calm walk up, kind of hands halfway in her sash, almost like it's pocket, and just go, "Hey, how's it going?"
It strikes you as you approach and you can hear him clearly that you understand him perfectly, even though he is speaking his own tongue. He clearly has tongues cast on him. And, he's like, "Oh, my friends, come. This is a dear, sweet new friend," which usually has to quickly come up with a name.
Me.
Random NPC never to be met again 101.
Oh no, that means he can understand my bullshit. No.
Oh, you mean you're doing the meep?
Yeah, actually, I'm just meeping though, because there's no language.
This is Sada. Sada, please suit my friends here.
Bow my head.
As your head bops down on his shoulder and that's able to see around the table that you guys approach from, there's tentacles down there. This is a young priestess.
Oh no. Norin.
It might be for the best that Cass is not in priestess mode.
We already know that there's not going to be a negative to that.
Unfortunately, she then also goes, "Oh, so you are the ones from the future."
Oh.
I'm sorry, miss.
Warning.
Too much, huh?
Bite here. Bite.
Listen, she is very nice, and I had to tell her a good story, and, well, the heart tells the truth when it feels something. And she just laughs at that and sort of leans into him.
Trixie Trixie says,
In the
"That got me
with the
killed."
Me.
Sometimes not good.
pinch the bridge of her nose and go, "I am throwing rocks from a glass house saying this, but god damn it."
But I gauged the situation well, my friends.
Me.
He says that I will get to go back with him and see.
Trixie actually thinks that might be a good idea, but a bad idea.
I was just say, actually, out of character, an actual priest showing back up.
Actually gets a tense cat to the side. She's meeping to herself, thinking about it. Yeah,
See, I told you they would love the idea. Well, I promised to show him around town a little bit more first, so if you'll excuse us, and she's actually going to take him by the arm.
Archie's actually going to, as she's doing this, calmly put her hand on Denoran's shoulder for a second, and her hand's getting a little bit tight, and it's right on the nerve cluster. And she's going to go, "Just remember, don't tell anyone too much, please." Very kind, like almost motherly smile.
Don't worry, I've been doing this for a long time.
I know you've been doing it for a long time, and I genuinely hope you get to keep doing it for a long time. So let's not make more mistake, okay, please?
That required me to make a mistake in the beginning, and he just smiles at you, RG.
And he just, I was going to very calmly let go of the shoulder.
Cass is actually going to look at the young priestess. Oh, before you go, Trixie has a question. Is Priestess Shala still around?
Priestess Charlotte? No, not here, no. I believe she moved on to another of the outlying villages.
Okay, thank you.
Some sort of retirement.
Mm-hmm.
It's lovely meeting you all. didn't tell me they had two pseudo dragons. She's gonna say as she's leading Denora off. Raziel's just like running his hand over his face again.
Flap back over and land under Raziel.
And Trixie says this is why we do not leave Denoran alone.
I will say that he has never failed me, but I say that with a lot of stress.
Did we even offer Denoran to come with us, or is he just still?
He just came with. We didn't ask for Denoran. He just came along.
No, I mean with the priestess, because we were trying to maybe get him to come with us. But
Yeah, he's got something
He's
going
busy.
on right now.
he's busy. He's occupied. Okay.
There is no reason he wants to come with us versus what he's about to crusade right now. He is trying to become his own grandfather in as many ways as he can.
Okay.
He may have succeeded in becoming his own great grandpa by now.
Right.
I'm not done this to the first person he's walked up to.
You can grab a quick drink and bite to eat before you actually see the carriage being rolled out, pulled by a pair of strange sort of humpbacked beasts. And you
I'm
are
not punching the camel.
Wait, did we actually like get camels at one point?
actually
Or, like, meet
you
them?
did,
Yeah, we
yes.
have camels, yeah.
Yeah, you recognize
Well,
camels.
It's new for RG though. RG's not seen any
Yeah, I
of
was
that.
just
Yeah,
going,
for
what the
RG.
fuck is that?
Beep, beep.
Oh,
They call him just,
they call them hill horses because of the shapes on their backs.
Beep, beep.
That's Raz saying that, right?
Yep. I better roll 1 second. Yeah, you see through it.
I just know Raz. I was like, I've had a year of dealing with people giving me bullshit, right?
Camels.
She'll nod.
This one's named Sally.
Right, and soon enough,
He's just gonna go land on the cart right now.
soon enough, you can get loaded up and start driving out of town. Shortly picking up your friends.
Hey.
Not only did this come with hire for cart, but actually loaded into the back of the cart are some small amount of supplies, just a few days of travel rations and some water and so on.
Oh, water, sweet.
Yeah. It's about 2 days journey out in the desert trails. So
Considering the fact that we don't have any water.
There are two people who have water.
I don't trust anyone with water right now, okay?
Unlimited water.
no, someone's just gonna say, "Oh, look, it's my decanter, geyser," and then they're just gonna start tossing youth water at you.
No, they'll just start geysering and then put one of the other water skins right in front of it so that it carries the water.
I forgot to see how good I made my painted water skin. How it looks.
That's decent.
That 20's actually pretty good. Yeah, I was hoping really low and just
Fun fact:
Minecraft
youth water acts a lot like Pope water, in which if at least 51% of it is still youth water, when you add it to another vessel of liquid, it's still youth water. It can never dilute if you keep doing that.
Hooray! I have
That's
to
not
call
okay.
No, I was just my brain's
All right,
not
hey,
going.
we need to go to the top of a mountain and pour it into a river.
No, because at that point it's not.
That's more than
Yeah.
51%.
We
No,
have to slowly.
yeah, you gotta
increase the
slowly
volume.
do it. All right, and
I
yeah,
already started that thought.
and you start your journey underway. Do you want to resume non-pseudo dragon form during the
I
journey?
would like to, so there is not pseudo dragon form during the journey because it is not that great for me to be like that all the time. And
So
I
hungry.
am going to I am all hungry all the time, and I am going to take out my top hat, and then I'm going to do a sleight of hand, or
Mhm.
I'm going to try and do something cool and amazing with my hat.
Let's get a slight hand check. See how cool and amazing it is.
Yeah, how cool and amazing I am. Cool.
Okay.
I'm adding my +5 to that.
Okay, right. It's nice. Very nice.
And then I am gonna say the magic words voila,
Voila.
and I will turn into a because I'm testing it.
Mhm.
I'm making a Goliath.
Okay, are you in your natural form?
Yes.
You are a very small Goliath.
Gifton
That's
looks
adorable.
displeased.
Ah, you have chosen a proper form.
Would that just be a dwarf?
No, even
No.
smaller. She's like,
I'm a brownie-sized Goliath.
yeah.
You're a brownie.
She's a tiny Goliath.
Wait, we're
The funny thing is, I don't actually get any taller because Gifton was extraordinarily tall for a brownie.
Yeah.
You know the scene where Baby Groot is charging the prison? That's what I'm picturing right now.
Carrick's just gonna look at this and go, I need to test something.
Gifton looks so upset about this, and goes, "Why would he give me a hat that does this?"
Wait, I need to test this. Carrick's taking
You really
his hat,
need to ask.
undoing it.
Why?
That's one of your forms now.
Carrick is now going into dragon form.
Okay.
On the
Thankfully,
cart?
while you have
No.
passed some travelers, it is pretty empty right now.
Doing
Surroundings.
this very quickly. This is going really fast. He's saying the words and he's gonna look really weird trying to do freaking sleight of hand as a dragon.
You got this stinky little
Spinning
hat
it
too.
on like-
this tiny little hat on the tip
Yep.
of your horn.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm turning into the drow form again.
Oh boy, that is one hell of a large drow.
Hey, it does work that
Whoa!
way.
You've scared the camels.
Yeah, the camels.
I'm pretty
I
sure
mean, the camels
dragon-
were immediately freaked by the dragon. Which, oh no.
You're a dragon,
Well,
Carrick.
well, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen in that you immediately notice. Okay.
I'm
oh no,
also,
dragon!
yeah. Also, then undoing both.
Yeah,
Real quick,
I will give the
exactly.
players a reminder that you are in a time frame that is after her grudges with Morgani's land began.
Yeah. That's why I'm doing this quick.
Quick, but this is
I'm-
like dragon alert. Bing, bing.
Who knows?
Yeah, I
Who
also
knows?
appeared.
We have no
in the-
idea.
Yeah, I also disappeared.
Yeah,
So mirror solution, hopefully. Long
Yeah,
enough.
very, very
yeah.
big drow.
Okay, turning back, undoing all that, and going back to regular size. So it's based on your size.
Initial.
Yeah, that's
size.
why this is BS. Gifton says.
Your ring should affect that then.
Oh, but that means I have to do both.
I know, life is
Guessing
suffering.
Large. Guessing large.
Okay.
Fair.
Gifton.
Oh, Gifton, you go up a size category.
Oh, great. Now I'm the size of a house cat. Thank
She's
you.
a small Goliath now.
Yeah.
I tried to help.
It's just
I
gonna
guess
turn
we
it
could-
off.
Claim you were a child.
What?
I mean,
At least you don't have to attune to these items.
Yeah.
I mean, they may not even know what a Goliath looks like. So
Well, one of my forms is a Goliath, and that's pretty cool.
I'm sure Scrim will appreciate that.
I don't know if Scrim will. Scrim doesn't appreciate a lot of the gestures that I make out of
He
kindness.
appreciates nothing, really.
my
Yes.
brain's going that he's usually this just gonna completely break at tiny Goliath and be like,
Okay, so during the 2 days travel, you can indeed experiment with your forms and so on. And yes, they do base on scale. Is there anything other people want to do while traveling, or
I'm just carving my wood.
yeah, just basically passing your time?
I'm gonna try reopening Miras's book and see if anything else is there this time.
Nothing right now.
Okay.
She's sitting on top of the carriage.
That's Mirror's greatest trick, making you obsessively check a book.
Oh, I'm actually going to check inside my hat and see if the spark made it. Sparks made it.
Oh, yeah. You can check, and yes, you have the spark still.
I show him to Raz. He made it.
Gifton.
Oh.
Why don't you try communicating with grandson some more? See what's up.
What about? I don't want to wait. I only have so much room on the paper.
The grandson wrote so big, look how much room is.
Look how much. Why did grandson write back? Usually grandson doesn't write back. They took up a whole big piece of this area, and it looks like they purposely blocked out the letters to make them extra big.
I mean,
Who uses this kind of font when they write?
Pointing at Corvus.
They use bold and italics.
What?
No, I was saying you right like that.
Oh, yeah.
No. My.
But
I
if you
mean-
have something that you can think of for me to write, I could do it. But I don't want to just use up the paper. I don't know how long we're gonna need it.
Okay.
I honestly couldn't tell you what I want to write if you had given me that option. So I was just thinking
Well,
maybe you
if you think
wanted
of-
to.
I always want to write to grandson, but I'm scared of losing any ability to reach them.
We could always.
I wonder if you could write in. Wait, pencil. That's right. I wonder if we could figure out a way to remove ink paper.
No, my paper.
Well, I mean, without harming it, so you could write more.
I mean, I already have this whole other side of it I can write on. You see, paper has two sides.
This is where she flips over and finds all kinds of messages from grandson this whole time.
Hello? Listen, why aren't you responding to any of my calls?
Watch out.
We've been trying to reach you about your extended warranty.
I am going to relay to Raziel, though, everything we experienced with Miras, because he did ask for that, so we'll tell him everything.
Res is nodding sort of distantly. You can tell he's still pretty goddamn troubled, even though he's trying to play it off as nothing's happened.
They mentioned your creepy, your crazy spear.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Friend.
yeah. So, anything else in the bag?
Nothing of that nature. I do have a couple of items. Orb of Annihilation.
That's
There's a
not okay.
few different potions.
Wait, is that the Orb of Annihilation that we...
No,
Gave-
way older.
You know, brother, I would have
Okay.
accepted a simple yes.
Oh, then yes, other things are in the bag.
That's fine. I
How do
don't.
you
I don't need to get your inventory. You're
How do
not
you
on trial with me.
store an Orb of Annihilation safe?
It's got a special box.
Okay. Kind of like the one box and...
God made, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to talk about something while we're on the way there. We're going to snatch a body, right?
Yes.
Done it before,
And
yes.
then- Yeah, and then are we taking it all the way back to the Sphinx Temple in town? Or are we resurrecting it and then going back to the Sphinx Temple in town?
I'd suggest resurrecting it first, otherwise we're dragging your body through a town.
Yeah, I think that's a better option. And we're gonna... Oh. I'm going to lend him my hat.
You're worried about him being quite recognizable.
Yes.
He might be kind of a recognizable figure. Even if we do age him down with as much as this is, but I don't know if the water is going to age him significantly.
I mean, frankly, even mundane illusion work that I can cast could disguise him.
I was just say,
Well, I was just worried. Well, yeah.
the other parts of the hat might be able to do something to character to focus, aka I'm going over to look at my list on what the hat does for spells.
Mhm.
I think there was some illusion stuff on that.
Oh yeah, there is.
Just trying to maintain your spell casting ability in case anything comes up, brother.
Yes, my magical might, very valuable.
I mean, It is
He
very, very
Our
useful.
strongest mage is here, so
he could use the disguise self spell in the hat instead of trying, because I don't know if your Goliath form might.
You can have 2 forms though with the hat. Remember?
Wasn't sure if you wanted to.
I was gonna let him. I'll let him have the other one. It's fine. One for me, one
Haven't you
for him.
used both of them in the hat?
No, that was my first time using it.
Then how did you get the pseudo dragon?
I
Just like she has every
have
other
I have
dragon
been able to
turned
I have
into
been
one.
able to be a pseudo dragon ever since Negus became a lord of the
Me, me,
river.
me.
Remember?
Because
I-
I wish for it.
Yeah, Negus wished
No,
me into
out
being.
of character. I was thinking. I
Yeah.
forgot about that. I was thinking it was the hat.
No, I can turn into a pseudo dragon. So yeah, yeah. So I could just be a pseudo dragon, go through town. But I was just thinking that. All right, so we get to Lal. We go back to the Sphinx Temple. We go into the Sphinx Temple. We're gonna go to the vault, right? So after the vault, we get whatever we hopefully find that will help us in there. Where are we going? When are we going?
That's the more important part of it.
Because we need time.
We need to go.
We don't know how much time we're going to need.
Yeah, 'cause we need to move.
And in 2
Everybody.
years, I pop like a bubble.
I should hope we would not need that long, but
And we'd have to at least do part of that way before that, because I thought we wanted to try to move everybody from the oasis to the city for safety.
Well, yes, we'll eventually need to go to that point of time, but how far back are we going?
maybe we will figure that out after we have a chance to talk to Talal.
And maybe after we've gone into the vault. But I think it is fair to be something that we start thinking about.
I
Yes.
think we'd want to go back 2 years, because I think that would be a lot of time that we would killing, so to speak.
Okay. You have your discussions on your journey, and after a couple of days, you arrive at Talal's grave site. You arrive near the Sphinx Temple, and yeah, there is a. Oh my god! Yeah, actually, also by the way, on your journey, you kind of had to be low key because one of the carts. Nope, they went straight for the temple, so it's fine. Yeah. There is just a area that has a unmarked little stone that is clearly freshly dug and covered over. You can wait until the area is sort of clear. Actually, the not waiting for nightfall, but actually dusk or dawn is basically.
He died in the morning.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we're arriving the same day.
No, you're arriving about a day after.
Okay.
Yeah. You wait for a moment where its coast is clear, and you are very quickly, if you use magic, able to uncover the grave.
Yep. Well, I'll use Earth and then we'll cover it back up.
And retrieve Talal.
We also can, if we need to, the Hat Head Greater Biz.
Can I motion that we pause here? I need to go to bed.
Okay, well, I was only going to go a minute longer, but yes, we can pause here.
Thanks.
Aww.
I'm sorry, but I'm driving, and that's in 5 hours, so I need to get some sleep.
Right, we will do the same time next week.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
And everybody take 3,000 experience points. You can take your usual piety.
Trixie shall accept these points.
Hey, that means
Trixie's
Gipsy
gonna get
gets some.
bashed in the head if Trixie keeps doing what Trixie says.
No,
Oh,
no, that means Gipsy
and-
gets the experience and
Now, players should be aware of the little surprise I've been keeping under my belt. If you reach 60 in a piety, you actually get a level of cleric with that god. Congratulations to Carrick for being the first one to reach that.
I'm a cleric of Heya.
Oh, I'm actually not that far off then.
From
I've been shoving
one?
points into Orland.
The dead one.
That's it. Didn't want to say anything because I was just curious if people would hit that point by themselves without prompting.
heavens. Interesting.
I didn't think we could go
forget.
above 50.
You can spend it wherever the fuck you want.
You definitely should be able to because you can lose it for
Yeah, you can
certain
lose
things,
piety,
and-
so it's always good to have a buffer.
I had padding on Illen, but I had started doing it into Fae as soon as I was able to do Fae, so I'm at 50 with Fae and 55 with Illen.
I had slightly gone above that in here because we didn't have the ability to spend it any place else at that point. And then we had a couple times we got pay a piety specifically, so that's why mine got up, and then we
We will
had,
do the same time next week.